say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I thought that I heard you say.
Can you lead it off? Yes. Okay. Can you flip our viewfinder? Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Arizona, Prescott, Arizona. My name is Tom O'Neill, reporting for Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're so grateful that you're joining us for game one of a doubleheader here. We're in Arizona, just north of Phoenix, about an hour and a half north, where the rally will begin at 12 noon here local time in Arizona. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. And then right after this rally, we're going to have our second rally in Tucson, Arizona, and Liz Willis will be bringing that to you, showing you all the action live, starting at 3 p.m. local here in Arizona time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for a long day here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. And I'm joined by Brick Suit from San Diego, California. How's it going today, Brick?
It's great. I mean, this is a fantastic rally setting. We've got a lot of people here already, and if you'll notice, one thing we don't see here, we don't see any of the cranes with the big flags. And I think that means that instead of seeing Air Force One today, we're going to see Marine One. So not really sure about that, but I think it's going to be Marine One flying the president instead of Air Force One.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear. President of the United States making it, doing it big, grandiose style here. 15 days until the presidential election, so you got to make each and every day count. We encourage you to get out and vote. Tell all your family and friends to vote. It's so important, and be willing to stand in those long lines, because this is really going to be a big, big election. Most important election of our lifetime. Seems like everyone is, but this one is more important than the last. The state of Arizona, a little bit of a background. The state of Arizona has about 7 million people in population, and about 2.6 million people voted in 2016, 4 years ago. President Trump winning this state by only 90,000 votes. So this is definitely a battleground state, Arizona. 11 electoral votes, and so it's very important. Each and every vote counts, and we're here to visit one of those battleground states. Again, a doubleheader today, so stay tuned for all the action here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. And Brick, there's been a lot of controversy with social media and censorship. Why don't you talk a little bit about that and everything that's going on as we speak?
Sure. Well, basically, we all know what story broke early this week. The New York Post started publishing accounts, and really, by all, totally, I hate to use the word, but they were bombshell accounts. And they basically released the actual emails of Hunter Biden that detail that he, in fact, did have knowledge with his father. His father did have knowledge of his business dealings with China and with Ukraine and with other companies, with other countries. So while Joe Biden has steadfastly denied that, it appears that a story broke to the contrary. And what happened when that story broke? Media, social media titans, Facebook and Twitter, both basically made it so you couldn't forward that story. They even shut down the press secretary's Twitter account herself. So this is where we're getting into that old platform debate, the debate of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. A lot of numbers and letters there, but basically it comes down to this. Are Facebook and are Twitter, are they publishers or are they platforms? Do they just put forth our message without editing it? Or are they making editorial decisions and therefore becoming publishers and subject then to a certain different set of regulations? So I think that's the big story this week. But if you're not following it, some of those emails are very, very illuminating about what's going on right now.
Well, we're going to be talking about this issue a lot more and many other issues. Right now, we're going to talk about our sponsor for today. I'm going to have Brick hold the coins here. I got 3 coins. He's got his own, but
okay.
I picked out 3 special coins that I'd like to show for you. Our sponsor today is our dear friend DismeyCoins.com. Check them out at their website, DismeyCoins.com. DismeCoins, DismeyCoins.com. And they're an American-made company with American manufacturing, proud to be made in the USA, and they've been a sponsor, a partner with us for over a year, so we're very grateful to them from California. Disney Coins is the epitome of made in America because they are made in the USA by machines made in America by people who deeply love the United States of America. And these coins are made with genuine silver and copper. We have a few copper coins here we like to display for you. This one here is a copper coin of the wall, the Trump, beautiful Trump hair on the wall.
And this is my favorite one, by the way.
It's one of the originals, one of the first ones that they came out with. So it's a beautiful coin. Coins are valuable and are unique and worthwhile purchase. There's only 67 days till Christmas, so this would be a great Christmas gift for someone that you love. You know, got to start planning early. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So get your coin, make your purchases during today's rally. We really appreciate it. These coins come in 20 plus patriotic designs. We're just showing you 3, but there's many, many more that they've produced over the last year, a little over a year that we've been working with Disney Coins. So we really appreciate it. 2 new designs they've been coming out with each month. We at RSBN will be collecting these coins, and you can collect these coins along with us, and give them as great gifts for Make America Great Again, gifts for fans in your life and family and friends. It's just a wonderful thing. Another coin that we have, show them another one there that I picked out.
Better close-up. So let's go with the Trump boxer one.
Yeah, it's the I call it the Trump Balboa. It's a beautiful coin. That's a newer one. There's President Trump with the championship belt and the boxing gloves. Just a great fighter. He's getting stronger and stronger as he, recovered from the coronavirus himself. So it's really an amazing thing. And again, check out their website at DismeyCoins.com. That's DismeCoins, DismeyCoins.com. 10% of all profits go back to conservative causes and organizations. And if you use the code RSBN, you'll get a discount. So use the code RSBN for your discount when you log on to DismeyCoins.com. Also send us a picture, and we'll post a picture with your Disney coin on our Instagram at RSB Network. So follow us on Instagram at RSB Network and on Twitter at RSB Network. Thank you very much. So The weather here, you know, we were in Michigan. I was, myself and Cameron and Brad, we appreciate him doing the camera work for us behind the scenes. We were in Michigan a couple days ago and on Saturday, and the weather was 50 degrees with about an 18-mile-an-hour wind. Well, now we're in Arizona, the other side of the country, sunny, 80 degrees with a 7-mile-an-hour breeze. So it's just, it's like night and day. It's a beautiful place, Arizona. I'm from Ohio, and I've been here once, and it's really a beautiful place. And you come here again the second time, you fall in love with it. So Arizona is just a beautiful place, critical battleground state. And President Trump is here to support a United States senator. And who would that be, Brick? Do you remember? She's the first.
Martha McSally.
Martha McSally.
Absolutely.
Martha McSally is the first woman fighter pilot to fly in combat. And she is the Republican nominee appointed by Governor Doug Ducey here, the great governor of Arizona, and filling the late Senator John McCain's seat. And Senator McCain was elected in 2016, so the seat is up in 2022, but this is a special election to fill that seat. And Senator Martha McSally is running against Democratic nominee Mark Kelly. So he's an astronaut here, a native Arizonan, and it's going to be a tough, competitive race like everything is here is in Arizona. So President Trump is here to make that golden endorsement that candidates love to get. So we're pulling Martha McSally, one of our favorites here, and hoping for a victory there. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything on your mind right now, Brick?
Yeah, let me just change my hat real quick.
Sure. Okay, so he's got a hat, and his hat there, that first hat had his sticker on it. He had an I voted sticker. So if you go to vote, don't forget to get your sticker there. And we're at Proudly on Election Day, only 15 days away till the presidential election here in 2020. Time flies. So anyway, so where's Hunter?
Yeah, so I'm just going to talk briefly about my new hat here, Where's Hunter? And right now, there's a lot of questions that Joe Biden is facing. And not only Hunter's missing, but Joe Biden is missing as well. Not addressing the questions, not stepping up to the plate to answer them. And this started a while ago when he was point blank asked a number of times if he planned to pack the Supreme Court. He declined to answer, saying, "You'll find out after the election." That's a lot like buying a car and finding out what the mileage, a used car, and finding out what the mileage is after you make the purchase and drive off the lot. Doesn't sound like a good plan to me.
Call that lemon.
Yeah. So we would love it if Joe Biden would step up and just answer these questions. But of course, he's called the lid. He's in hiding for the next 5 days. We're not going to see him till after the debates, most likely. President Trump, on the other hand, he's got rallies going up through the 21st. And then on the 22nd, he's going to have the debates in Nashville. And after that, we expect him to come out hard and heavy with a new series of rallies that we'll be ready for. But, you know, right now, the whole Democrat campaign, they're just in hiding. I mean, they're basically tweeting from the basement. They're not out. They're not meeting people. Kamala is in hiding as well. I think they've realized that she's maybe not the most pleasant person in terms of relating to people. Maybe she's not a very sympathetic figure. So they've kind of got her on ice, too.
So thank you, Brick. We really appreciate your insight. We're going to talk about many issues like that and many, many more. The rally here begins at 12 noon local time here in Arizona, 3 p.m. Eastern, so stay tuned. And then this is game one of a doubleheader. Tonight we're going to be in Tucson, Arizona. Liz Willis will be bringing you the rally. She'll be the host tonight, bringing you all the action. And that starts at 3 p.m. here local time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So stay tuned for a doubleheader here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're so grateful that you're joining us. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com. rsbnetwork.com/donate. And there you could donate through our PayPal link. Check out our Patreon. All the links will be there. We have a link to Patreon where you can make monthly donations to our network and be a part of our family, get special benefits. Patreon.com/RSBN. So check out all those links and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Click on the bell, give us a thumbs up so you get all the latest information for our rallies. We're going to be doing a lot of rallies in the next 15 days. Tomorrow, we're going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania. Wednesday, we're going to be in North Carolina. The third presidential debate was supposed to be the third. Will be on Thursday from Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going to bring you all of those events this week, and then there's going to be many, many rallies announced at the last minute, and we're going to be at every single one of them. We've got a great crew. Yesterday, you saw a great rally. We had a wonderful rally yesterday in Nevada, and Brian Glenn was there, and Lilith brought you all the action. Of course, Mike Nificent living up to his name, doing a wonderful job. So that was really a beautiful rally. And so stay tuned to us. We got a lot of great young reporters. Adrian, who I forgot about, she did one of the rallies in Georgia with Liz. She's one of our great reporters from my home state of Ohio. So I look forward to meeting some of our new reporters, hopefully in the near future. And so Brick, let's talk about, Rick and I, we talked about his life story and some of his issues that brought him to where he's at today, which is a real life meme. So he lives in real life because of all the censorship. He's living in the meme world. He's a very intelligent, he brings an intelligent humor to the table in supporting conservative causes. He's from California, grew up in San Diego, attended Berkeley. So he's a true California guy. And I'm from Ohio. We're always fascinated about California. It is really an honor to meet you and have you as a guest host today, Brick. And I hope you do many, many, many more rallies with us.
Well, I hope I get a chance to too. And really, this all started out as an accident for me. I was a very vocal and visible supporter of our president. I happened to be at the right rally in Montoursville, Pennsylvania at the right time with the right suit, and got noticed there and decided that I would just kind of do as much as I could. I set aside a lot of vacation time this year just so I could be free at this time of year. And you know, you're going to hear President Trump up here today talking about how important it is for us to get out there and vote, and how we need to not only take care of our own vote. As you see from the sticker on my hat, I've already voted. I voted in person. My vote is in the bank. So I can now concentrate on talking to my coworkers. If you live in a state where you can still register, you can also still be trying to get your coworkers or your friends and your family registered to vote. Maybe they don't know how to. I mean, talk about it. And this is the time now. There's going to be so much information coming at you. Obviously, you want to spend some time taking that in, but you're not going to be able to take it all in. So bring it all back to the things that you can control. You can control your vote. You can make sure that you get out there. You can make sure that you set aside the time, to cast your vote. And then once you've got that, once that's in the bank, then you can find other things you can do to help the campaign. And whether that's something just as simple as talking to like I said, your friends and your family, getting them to vote, helping them get to the polls, maybe explaining some issues they don't know about, or if it's volunteering with the campaign. You could live in a state that's, maybe it's not a hotly contested election in that state, but you could still phone bank remotely from your house to help drive turnout in the states that are battlegrounds. So there's a lot of things that you can do. And this is not the time, we believe that some of the social media platforms are going to tone down the voice of conservatives. So we're not going to be as successful, perhaps, as we've been in the past in getting our keyboard warrior messages out there. It's time to translate some of that energy into the real world. Can't just be doing the tweets and doing those things. We need to get out, make sure we vote, and help others vote.
Thank you very much. We're going to be talking about those and more issues. We're here at the Prescott Regional Airport, Prescott, Arizona, expecting about 12,000 people from what I hear here at the rally this afternoon. We're going to send it back to Auburn, Alabama, and our producer and boss and CEO, Joe Seals. Back to you, Joe. War Eagle.
great Make America Great Again rally today. We are going to be in Tucson soon. Liz Willis is standing by in Tucson later tonight. It's a full day of Trump rallies here on RSBN, and then we'll head to Erie, Pennsylvania, back east. It's going to be busy. We are going to be in North Carolina on Wednesday. There's going to be a slight break on Thursday for the debates, but you can expect, and I can't divulge anything, but you can expect, I'm calling it 12 days of, I can't say the word, but it's going to be extremely busy between now and November 3rd, but especially after the debate Thursday. So we may get one day to rest up, and then we're going to be crazy busy. So the crowd is fired up there in Prescott, and we see in Tucson, I hear from Liz that it's absolutely massive there. So we're looking forward to showing you that tonight. It's going to be really busy. We're going to go back to Tom and Brick in Prescott in just a second. There they are.
What did he talk about in the break?
Usually the second rally, you know.
Okay.
Puts the dates on there.
In Prescott. So let's talk about that pronunciation just before we go briefly. I mean, you look at it, it looks like Prescott. Boy, don't say that when you're around here. The local pronunciation and the correct pronunciation is Prescott. So we're going to be a lot of these rallies. We're going to be learning the names of a lot of towns. And this is a time where we're going to actually, really make sure you guys know how important it is that your support for us enables us to be at these rallies. We may very well do 30 rallies in the next 15 days. And there's a lot of ways that you can donate. One of the easiest and the way where we get all the donation that you send is by going to this website, www.rsbnnetwork.com/donate. When you make a donation there, we get the entire amount. Now, of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, after you've hit like and subscribe and notify, if you do that super chat, that'll be a donation that goes to us. But keep in mind that YouTube's going to take 30% of that. Now, if you want to send us a letter and do a physical donation, just make the check out to RSBN, and you're going to send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6. That's box, and that's box 344 in Suite 6 in Auburn, Alabama. The zip code is 36830. I'm going to read that one more time just because I had a little bobble there.
To have that memorized, Rick.
Yeah. So it's 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Now keep in mind that we're a small company, that we're doing this with limited resources, very much a David and Goliath situation. And yet our viewership, because thanks to you and the way you promote this and the way you share those streams with people out there, our viewership on YouTube exceeds that of some of the major media companies. So it costs us about $5,000 to $7,000 on average to go to these rallies. Like I said, we may do 30 in the next 15 days. It is so important. I can't stress enough how much your contributions enable us to come here, to show the rallies, show the before the rallies in their entirety. We'll pan the crowds. You know that we do that. You know that we show the crowds here. We'll be doing that in Tucson today. There are so many people here, and they're still filling in. So many different lots. It's hard to gauge the crowd because they're not all coming from one staging lot. And I mean, I'm just, everywhere I go, you have like a mental image of what the crowds are going to be like. And to get here and to see it actually being exceeded, I mean, it is amazing. I shouldn't be surprised now by the support for our president, but people love our president. They know he's fighting for us. We know he's fighting for us. And that's why we're all going to fight for him.
Well, we did get a couple of donations in our super chat. So on our YouTube channel, click on the S or the $sign. I call it the S. And you can make a quick donation and send a message in our chat. You want to read a couple of these? I'll show you here, Rick. This one is a $49.99 donation.
Okay, it says Kyung and then we just got the ellipse, so I didn't see the whole name.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Kyung.
Look down, $10.
It says Trump 2020. Thank you very much. So if you want to make those donations, in our super chat. We're reading in all the messages in our chat, and your chats are priceless. Thank you very much, and thanks to all of our moderators, Mod Mom, our #1 moderators. Thank you very much for all of your hard work keeping the fellowship going, the chat friendly, and our YouTube super chat. So click on the subscribe and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Right Side Broadcasting Network. Click on the bell and give us a thumbs up. So tell us about, I was at the rally in Montoursville last year where Brick was called on stage by President Trump and he got to shake his hand. Tell us about that experience.
Okay, I'm going to be brief on this because I could talk a long time, but I never expected to be called on stage. I had bought this suit just because I knew I was going to be flying into Dulles Airport on a vacation. And I wanted to get under the skin of leftists in D.C. So I bought this so I could just visually, essentially, troll them in real life. And before I left, they announced the rally in Montoursville. I decided to go. I got there early. I was third in line by sheer luck, and maybe it's not luck. Maybe there was a plan there. I got pulled up on stage, and I don't remember what happened when I got up on stage. It was completely kind of on autopilot. Really don't have extreme memory about that. I remember most of it from watching on YouTube later, but I can tell you after, boy,
hold that
incredible.
For a second. We got a couple more donations while
All right.
you're telling your story here.
Dave Howe, and it looks like that's a $14.99.
Yes.
Evangelical Christians, please make sure to vote. 30 million sat out 2016 election. Let's make a difference this year.
Thank you, Dave.
Melinda Graham, I love my awesome President Donald J. Trump and this new news station, Right Side Broadcasting Network, RSBN. And now I understand what that look down was, because I was just reading the name and I didn't know to look down and read the message below. So learning as we go here.
Deplorable D, one of our regulars in the chat, Deplorable D, donated $45.17. And what did she say, Brick?
Love the wall guy. Thank you, RSBN, for your broadcasts. MAGA 2020. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, D. $5.
$5 from Simon Ivanov. You guys have great dedication to the cause. Keep up the great work. You are my family's new favorite news channel. That is incredible to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon.
Shonda B. Thank you, RSBN, for your hard work. This is $9.99 donation. Trump 2020. America's survival depends on it.
Absolutely. So tell us more about your story and how you were able to make news in the New York Times and Washington Post.
Well, I don't want to talk too much about those papers. I consider them to be fake news, but let's just say that after I got called up on stage, I'm kind of visible, and whenever they want to run a negative hit piece about, in the opinion page usually, about Trump and Trump supporters, sometimes I've seen my picture being used there. That's about it, but I really don't want to talk about them at all that much today. I think it's better, we just need to focus on what we've got to do. We're going to be hearing polling numbers from here until Election Day. Don't put too much trust in those. Like I said, stay motivated. Think about how great it feels to know that you have a president in office who's fighting for you, your family, your children, your children's children, fighting for the very future of America. Think about how great it feels to have that man in office for us. Take care of your vote. Get your vote done early, get it done in person, and then help others find their way to the polls as well. Because this is going to be about turnout. We cannot trust the polls. Everybody's going to vote as if every vote counts on it, and it does. So even if you're in a state that is not a battleground, get out there and cast your vote. Let's go after the popular vote this year. Let's not give them a leg to stand on and say, oh, but my popular vote. Let's make sure that we whittle that advantage away that they get from states like New York and California and actually surpass it. And I'll tell you, Californians, we have seen you at these rallies. We saw you yesterday at Carson City. I know there are people from California here today. I'm sure there will be some in Tucson. California is definitely behind you. Did you see the video of the motorcade yesterday in Newport Beach?
Absolutely. California coming through strong with that motorcade, motor parade. We're really psyched to see. And the enthusiasm President Trump said in Michigan a couple of days ago that the enthusiasm is greater than it was in 2016. So that's a wonderful thing to hear. The momentum is critical in politics. It's a numbers game. The goal is to get to 270 electoral votes. So that's why key states like here in Arizona has 11 electoral votes. They have 9 U.S. House representatives here, and then the 2 U.S. senators make up the 11 electoral votes. So it's a very critical state. So President Trump will be here. I think he'll be here again, but it's a wonderful thing to see. This is just game 1 of the doubleheader. So this rally begins at 12 noon here, local time in Arizona, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's the first peaceful protest, and the second one tonight from Tucson, Arizona. Liz Willis will be your host tonight. Starts at 3 p.m. local time here in Arizona, 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for all the action from the beginning to the end. We pan the crowds. We pan the camera like a pretzel. We show you all of the crowds here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're so grateful that you're joining us. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com. And one more thing, I want to talk about our sponsor really quick before we pan the crowds again. Disney Coin, the Disney Coin Company, disneycoins.com. That's DISMECOINS. DisneyCoins.com is our partner today, and we've been working with them for over a year. We're very grateful for them. And I got a couple neat coins here. One is of Conan. Remember Conan the dog? So the Disney Coins, they made a nice coin here. It's a copper coin that Brick is going to show you of Delta. So Disney Coins is a company, American-made company, made in America, because made by machines in America, by people who deeply love the United States of America. Disney Coin Company, DisneyCoins.com. That's DISMECOINS. Only 67 days till Christmas, so these would make great gifts for you, for your loved ones, family, friends. So they're copper coins, genuine copper coins. They also have silver coins and other items made of genuine silver and copper. They are valuable and unique, worthwhile purchase. And they make perfect presents. They come in 20 plus patriotic designs. They've been coming out with 2 new coins each month. So we're proud to partner with them. And we will be here at RSBN. We'll be collecting these coins along with you. And for each and every month we only got 15 days, so the general election. So it's very important that we do everything we can to support conservative causes and organizations like DisneyCoins.com. So 10% of all profits will go back to those conservative causes and organizations. And check out their inventory. And don't forget to check out to use the code RSBN for your discount. So thank you very much to DisneyCoins.com. That's DISMECOINS. And I have one more coin here that Brick can show you. This is also one of my favorites, the Space Force coin. I love the Space Force. Hashtag Space Force on Twitter. Brick Suit also has an account there on Twitter at Brick Suit. So he's just changed his hat again.
I just had to get, I got the Space Force coin. I got to get the Space Force hat on, that's all.
Yeah, so he's got the Space Force hat and the Space Force coin. That is absolutely beautiful.
So if you're wondering where you can get some of these great hats, if you go to the official campaign website, they've got an apparel tab you can click on there, find some of these hats. But really, these coins are great. I love these coins. They've got a lot of heft to them. They make a fantastic stocking stuffer, but I can tell you, they're kind of like potato chips. You get one, you're going to want a little bit more. These are nice. These are great to have around, and they make an interesting conversation starter too. It's a good way to bring up the topic of the election without being, hey, check out this coin I've got. It's got the president on it. It's incredible.
Rick, he brought a whole bag of Disney coins, and I brought my cough drop, so we put them all in the same bag. And what else did you bring today, Brick? I heard that former Vice President Joe Biden, the Democratic nominee here in this critical election, only 15 days away, I heard that he made another call today to the media. What was that, Brick?
Well, it was actually yesterday, and Americans shouldn't know this term. It's called the lid, but probably some of you out there do know what it is. It's basically when they say, that's it, go home, no more news. So Joe Biden, in preparation for the debate, has called the lid for 5 days. He's got a 5-day lid up. This is the biggest lid that I could find. And I don't think it's big enough. I think Biden is going to need a bigger lid than this. I mean, 5 days? He's just going to hide out and not answer all those questions about the emails found on his son's laptop, not answer the questions about whether he's going to stack the court? I mean, a 5-day lid, this is substantial. This is the biggest lid I could find. But Joe, he's got a bigger lid than this. He's never going to run out of lids either. And I think that says something about the stamina of President Trump on the campaign trail versus the candidates he's running against. President Trump having these rallies, crisscrossing the nation, just doing a fantastic job from location to location, and his energy it's infectious. I mean, we feed off of his energy. How can you not support our president when he is fighting around the clock for us? It's just incredible.
Absolutely. We got some more donations coming in, Brick. You want to read some of those for us?
All right. Mike Cram, love your channel. Thanks, guys. $50. And it's very bright here, so I'm having to squint a little bit. Bear with me on some of these.
Candy Smith,
$50. We have to have victory. RSBN rocks. Thank you, Tom and Brick Suit Guy. Magnar the Magnificent. Looks like, I don't know that. Oh, Kroner, $500. 500 kroners. Lily Hernandez, $9.99. Thank you.
go ahead. Matt Johnson.
Matt Johnson, $10. Ronald Duty, $20. Brickwall Man, how many suits do you have?
Good question.
I have 5 suits, and I'm traveling here today with 2, and that's how many I've got. Jane Romero, $50. Trump, 2020.
Thank you, Janie. There's a big one.
Michael Kashar, 100. Well, it's $120.20, so that's 120.20. We don't want to be Cuba or Venezuela. Trump cares about us. Do you think he would hurt his family? He won't, and he's looking out for us. Look at history on TV about Trump. Well liked. Trump 2020.
Thank you, Michael. Canadian donation.
$10 Canadian from Tennis Ballon.
A new member, you could click on join and be a member on our YouTube channel for as little as $4.99 a month.
And that's Kelani Falasco. Thank you very much for joining our club. Motai Veskler, $4.99. Kathleen Harms, $20 donation. Thank you, Kathleen. Johnny Slavic, $9.99. I want to talk with the president. We would love to talk with him. I would just tell him how much we love him.
He might be watching.
Johnny Cardenas, $5. USA, USA, USA.
Absolutely. So, Rick, you're doing a wonderful job. Thanks for guest hosting with us again today. He was a guest host in Iowa last week. How did that go? Your first rally working with RSBN. How did that go last week?
That went very well. Mike Nificent was there. The camera crew was excellent. They helped me. They helped guide me. And you've been very helpful as well, because I learned how to do the super chats with you today. You just showed me how to do that. So as we go along, I'll keep picking it up and get a little better each time, I hope.
Well, I'd like to shake your hand because you shook the hand of President Trump.
You got it.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we want to talk a little bit more about some of the issues. How about let's talk about impeachment? What if, let's just say a what if. What if there would be a President Joe Biden? Would he be impeached?
You know, we've always thought about Joe Biden being kicked out of office by Democrats, basically saying he's infirm and not able to do it, or he might just step down. But with the release of all these emails from Hunter Biden's laptop, it's looking like there's a chance, and we can't discount that. We haven't seen it all. So there's a real chance that if by some miracle Joe Biden did win, he would be impeached, because he's certainly, we know that these emails say that he's done things that might be grounds for that. I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond the realm of possibility. It's a very good possibility. And then, of course, if that were to happen, we'd be left with Kamala Harris as our president.
And she's from your home state of California.
That's true. But boy, that's a specter that I don't think anybody really wants to entertain. Her own party doesn't even want to entertain that. She was one of the first to drop out. She couldn't handle the heat from Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi just cut the legs out from under her by pointing out all of her inconsistencies in the past. That is someone we just can't have representing our country.
Absolutely. You know, Brick Suit, he's a genuine California guy. He's from San Diego, California, and attended college at Berkeley. And here he is. You know, I remember you were talking about former President the great Ronald Reagan, and the great communicator. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I remember President Reagan being like a father figure to me, watching him speak directly to the nation from the Oval, from the desk at the Oval Office, and was an inspiration for me. And so tell us about President Reagan. Tell us about your voting history. Was there a period of time where you didn't vote? Were you always active in politics? Tell us about your growing up years.
Okay. Well, I was sort of into politics in high school. It was my major in college. The first election I voted for president, and until 2 days ago, the only election I voted for was Ronald Reagan in 1984. And then I really became kind of dissatisfied with the choices between establishment Republicans and established Democrats. I kind of felt like really they were just two sides of the same coin, and not much difference between them. And honestly, I didn't vote for President Trump in 2016. I wasn't a supporter at first. I wanted him to win. I certainly didn't want Hillary to win. But President Trump convinced me on the third and fourth day when he got rid of the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the Paris Climate Accord. So my history as a voter is somebody, and you may be out there too, you may know someone like this, someone who is just like, I'm not going to vote. My vote doesn't count. They're all the same. This is like, there's the walk away movement where people are leaving the Democrat Party and coming over to other parties. But I'm kind of like there's not really a name for it. It's kind of the return to the booth movement. You know, it's people who have not voted before, who haven't voted regularly, who have felt that their vote didn't matter. And now we're in a position where those votes absolutely do matter. And I can tell you, I know that there's people out there like that. I know that there are people who, like me, were not a part of the normal electorate. And this is the time to come off the couch, to come off the fence, to make sure you're registered, to make sure you cast your vote. Because turnout is going to be so important in every state. Even if we're in a state where Donald Trump wins handily, it's going to be incredibly important for the overall popular vote across the nation. And we can't, like I said, just going to go back to it. We cannot trust the polls. The polls are lying to us, and some of us, frankly, are lying to the pollsters too. I mean, there are people who don't want to admit that they support President Trump when someone calls them on the phone. And that's a horrible thing. That's a horrible thing for us to have in our country. We should be able to freely say who we support. But as you know, that's not always the case. And in some situations, maybe it's professional, or maybe it's in your community. You're just not in a space where you feel comfortable. And we understand that. But for those of us who can support the president visibly, it's so important that we do it. It's so important that we get out there in these next 15 days and we let our neighbors know that Trump supporters aren't just something they see in news clips, that they're not just something they read about, that they're not just something that you see on an internet story, that it's the people who live with them in their community, shop at the same stores, send kids to the same schools. Important to show that you do that. And maybe you've got a Trump hat that you can keep in your car, and you go to the grocery store, put on your hat. Just put on your hat. Well, good catch. That was a nice one. I almost knocked that right out of your hand. So put on your hat and go about your normal routine when you can. Maybe you've got a sign you keep in the trunk. You're driving along, you see a group of patriots supporting our president on the corner. Stop for a little bit and help them out. This is a time for us to get visible. And like I said, we got to slow it down a little bit. If you're getting overwhelmed by all the data, if you're getting overwhelmed by the polling, come back to that core. Take care of your vote first. Make sure you vote in person. Make sure you vote early. and then focus from there on in helping drive further turnout.
Well, I love your I voted sticker on your hat, Brick. Thank you so much. We got some more donations coming, flying in on our YouTube super chat. So click on the S or the dollar sign. Pam Wilder, 1776. God bless all Patriots. Thanks, Pam. Michael Fuller, go to the Donald. Win to MAGA 2020. Thank you, Michael. 1776. Join the MAGA party at the Donald.win. Reddit. He talks about r/the Donald on Reddit. And we're going to ask Brick about that because he was a big fan of that. Mina Mohan, $10. Trump 2020. Win big for President Trump. God bless him. Thank you, Mina. Magnar the Magnificent. Thank you very much for your donations tonight. Rich Kilbasa, $50, or this afternoon, I should say. Donation in the name of David Chetkautas. Thank you, Rich Kilbasa. $50 donation, Rich. Thank you very much, Rich. A new member, Kristen Watkins and Elizabeth Haynen. Thank you very much for being a member. Click on join on our YouTube channel. You can be a member for as little as $4.99 a month. Help us support our network and all of our travel expenses. We really appreciate your support. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com. That's rsbnetwork.com/donate. And there you could donate through PayPal. You could also find all of our links. We have a special monthly donation link called Patreon. Patreon.com/RSBN. You could be a monthly subscriber, donate to our channel, be a member of our family. You'll see your name scrolled at the bottom of the screen. We thank you very much. Docendo 22, 1999. Thank you very much for your donation. And Kristen Watkins, once again, showing up. Kristen Watkins donating $50. Thank you very much, Kristen. Thank you. She says, thank you for showing the rallies. You are all doing great work. Trump 2020. This is the year. Only 15 days till the presidential election. We got to make each and every day count. We're live here in Prescott, Arizona. We're at the Prescott Regional Airport, expecting about 12,000 people here today from what I hear. And some of the other local media reporters, they were talking about how this kind of reminds them of the Arizona State Fair. All of the people turning out, waiting in lines. There's a lot of energy that goes into these rallies. You know, the people that wait in lines, all of the media, the national and local media that shows up, law enforcement, Secret Service, the campaign detail, putting everything together. And the rally goers themselves, you know, they wait in lines and strategize, making travel plans. And but when the president comes out, he steals the show. President Donald J. Trump and all of the pictures that are taken, posted on social media. And then all the people here at the rally, some of them, it might be their first time at a President Trump rally or peaceful protest, better called. They go home and tell all their family and friends about the rally and their experience. These rallies have a powerful effect, and hopefully it carries us over to victory. President Trump surviving the coronavirus himself and getting stronger and stronger each and every day, and we're following him. We're trying to keep up with him here at RSBN, Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're so grateful that you're joining us today. So we really appreciate everything, you being with us today. And we have some more donations that I'd like to read. I'll have Rick read them for us in the super chat right now on our YouTube channel. Click on subscribe to our channel on our YouTube and click on the bell and like our stream. Here's Brick.
Okay, KD. Those people who wouldn't vote in the past because they felt like both sides were the same, they need to start a group, I Matter. That is a great name. I like that.
$50 from
$50
Kay.
donation. Thank you, Kay. A $5 donation from Eric. Trump 2020 for Asian Americans. $10 from the Amish Mafia, Midland, Texas. Love you guys. Trump 2020. Thank you. Boy, it's so many coming in, it's hard to keep up with them all. Now this one's hard because they've got that elite text, but 174 NON Matthews, 1999. If I were sitting down and I had the time to puzzle that one out, I probably would have got it. Alan Kendrick, $20. Thank you, Tom and Brick.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Alan.
Sustainable Salt Mine 2020. That's a great amount. I like that. Shout out to RSBN and Bricksuit from the Donald.win. Thank you, Donald.win, and thank you very much for that. Gladys Kravitz Jr. Hunter Biden returned rental car in Prescott, Arizona, and left his crack pipe behind. October 2016. That is actually correct. Thank you for pointing that out. He did leave things behind in his rental car. Kay Chaput, $20. You are amazing with a little dancing emoji. I like that one. Nathan Eberly, $24.99. I love my home state of Arizona. 3 thumbs up, not just 1. Voted for Trump in 2020. Let's win this thing. Red wave must come. Thank you very much. Renato Gomez, $4.99. Thank you very much, Renato.
So any other topics you want to talk about today, Brick?
Well, let's talk about Joe Biden and fracking. Why don't we talk about that? Because that's one thing that shows really the nature of Joe. He's just a shell. He's shot. He doesn't have his own formulas. He doesn't have his own policy planks. He just does whatever the far left of his party tells him to do. When he was campaigning, he famously told people he would ban fracking. And I'm not just saying once, he said that on multiple occasions. Now recently, of course, after he's seen how that plays out with American voters, he's changed his tune. So, Joe, you can't trust him to tell the truth. Now, many of you may not know, some of you I'm sure do know this, and many of you maybe probably do, but America is now energy independent. We are a net exporter of energy. And most of that is thanks to the boom in fracking technology that we've enjoyed. Now, fracking, besides making us energy independent, does something else. It makes it so that we are not dependent on foreign energy. And that really has a huge impact on our foreign policy. And that's one of the things that President Trump has actually been nominated for one of 3 Nobel Prizes, 3 Nobel Peace Prizes, is the Trump Doctrine. Because when we can supply our energy needs domestically, we don't need to be defending energy production in overseas locations in the Mideast. And one of the things that's really overlooked, it's known that President Trump has done a lot for veterans. He's especially done a lot for veteran health care in terms of the veterans' choice, where veterans can select their own course of treatment and get treated more expeditiously. But one thing President Trump has really done is he hasn't started a war. He's one of the first presidents, I believe the first president since Eisenhower, who did not start a major conflict in his first term. So he's not creating more wounded veterans. I mean, he understands the sacrifice that entails. And peace was always a big part of his platform. He has stood by that. America's been tested. We had a drone shot down in the Middle East. And there were people in the establishment party at that point in time who were saying we should open hostilities. But we didn't, because Trump stayed fast to his commitment not to start new wars. Peace is the prize with him. He knows that. Even if he doesn't win one of those medals from the Nobel Commission, peace is the real prize. And we recognize that is something he stands firmly behind. And I think you see that. I mean, normalizing, the relations. I saw a clip of the first flight from Israel that was going over Saudi airspace was this week. I saw a clip of that. Just amazing things that would have been unthinkable 2 years ago. And people said he was going to get in and he was going to get us into all these conflicts. That hasn't happened. President Trump is a president of peace. Absolutely.
Thank you, Brick. I want to take a time now to give a shout out to our sponsor, DisneyCoins.com. They've been partnering with us here at RSBN for over a year. One of our first original sponsors. Really appreciate them. They're based out of California, where Brick is from. DisneyCoins.com. That's DismecCoins. DisneyCoins.com. And they are an American-made company and make America coins manufactured in the USA by people who deeply love the United States of America. DismecCoins.com. There's 15 days till the presidential election. We got to make each and every day count. And there's only 67 days till Christmas. So these DismeyCoins.com would be a great gift for yourself or your family or friends. And I'm going to give, Brick has a couple coins. I have one here of our wonderful First Lady of the United States of America, FLOTUS. Melania Trump. So I have a Disney coin of her that Brick can show you, and when we get a minute. So these coins are made with genuine copper and silver, and they also have other items other than coins too there. These coins are valuable and unique. They're a unique, worthwhile purchase, which always means they make the perfect presents and MAGA gifts. They come in 20 plus patriotic designs, and 2 new designs are coming each month. They've been making many, many great and wonderful coins. We here at RSBN are collecting these coins, and you could collect these coins along with us. And every month leading up to the election, we only have 15 days, so the general election, the presidential election, and these make for great Christmas gifts also for MAGA fans in your life. Disney Coins is also giving 10% of their profits back to conservative causes and organizations. So the benefits, they're meaningful to you, the viewer. Check them out at dismeycoins.com. That's DISMECOINS, dismeycoins.com. And don't forget to use the code RSBN at checkout. That's code RSBN for your discount. So thank you very much to everybody at dismeycoins.com. And show them a couple of those coins, Brick. The first one he has here is of the wall in a beautiful hair of our 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. That's one of the original coins there from Disney Coins. So thank you very much, Brick. I did have another question for you before you go on another topic here, or you could talk about whatever you want.
Talk about donations again in a second.
Okay.
Go ahead if you want a question.
Yeah, let's talk about the donations first, and then I'll ask you about another topic.
So again, I just want to reiterate, RSBN is a small company. If you've been following us, you've seen how we've grown. You've seen how we've continued to bring these rallies to you in their entirety. And as I said, it takes about $5,000 to $7,000 to get a full crew to these rallies so we can bring them to you. Now, we estimate that in the next 15 days, we could be doing as many as 30 rallies. And that's really only possible because of your support. We're largely funded by your direct donations. It's a David versus Goliath situation here, and we're David, and we're going to win. We're doing great with your help. You're getting us these places. We're showing you the streams. You're supporting them. You're sharing the streams with your coworkers, your family, and your friends. Maybe sending the link out on your social media.
Tell them about the address if they want to send us a letter or a check.
Absolutely. If you want to write us a check and donate the old-fashioned way, make that check out to RSBN, and you'll send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344 in Auburn, Alabama, and the zip code is 36830. I'm going to read that address one more time. 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, zip code 36830. Other ways you can donate. You can go to rsbnetwork.com. That's rsbnetwork.com/donate. You make a direct donation there, and every single penny that you donate will come straight to us. You can also donate via the Super Chat if you're watching on YouTube. So you can donate there. And here's an example. We have Lily Hager just donated $20. Great to see you back, Tom. And welcome to Brick. RSBN is the best. Trump 2020.
Thank you, Lily. We love you.
Now, we're going to read out as many of those can. We can't get to all of them, but we thank you very much for sending those in. Here's another one. Jeannie Jost Ratke. That's 20 euros. You need to give your cap to the best president ever. 3 cheers from Germany. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much from overseas there.
Shout out to all our international viewers. Thank you very much.
The Amish Mafia again, $10. Thanks, President Trump. Fracking in Midland, Texas. We don't know oil from the countries that don't like us. That's so true. Thank you to the Amish Mafia.
And he also donated this. Also.
Again, another. Maybe there's more members of the Amish Mafia than we think. $20. Fracking here in Midland, Texas. Go Trump. Thank you, guys.
Rick, are you the Amish Mafia? Are you making all these donations?
I don't have the time to make donations here. I'm just trying to keep up with reading them. Tesla Alfred III. My ballot never came, so I'm flying all the way back to Houston, Texas to vote. This is the big one, ladies and gents. Black Americans for Trump, MAGA. Absolutely. Boy, that is commitment to fly back home because his ballot didn't arrive by mail. That is impressive. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tesla.
Leticia Heflin. $20. In 2012, moderator for the debate, spent Christmas at the White House with the Obama family. And she's talking about the upcoming moderator. She's talking about the debate that's coming up in Nashville on the 22nd. Another example of the media not being unbiased. I don't know if she's going to be Chris Wallace type of biased, but it's true that the next moderator did spend time with the Obamas.
Absolutely. So another topic I wanted to ask you about while we have you here, we have a little bit more time. The rally here at the Prescott, we're in Prescott, Arizona, at the Prescott Regional Airport. The rally begins in just under 20 minutes at 12 o'clock noon here local time in Arizona. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned. Coming up really quick, we're going to have game one of the doubleheader here in Prescott, Arizona. We're about an hour and a half north of Phoenix. And then the second peaceful protest of our doubleheader is an hour and a half south of Phoenix in Tucson, Arizona. Liz Willis will be there bringing all the action to you live. That starts at 3 p.m. here local time in Arizona, 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for all the action here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're so grateful that you're joining us. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com. And there you'll find all the links and you get more information about us and our network. Thank you very much. So couple quick donations. I'm going to ask Brick about another topic here. $9.99 from Than Law. Thank you very much. $4.99 from Brenda Albee. Thank you for all you're doing for our country. Thank you, Brenda. Jared Gunter, $5. Shout out to Prescott Valley, my hometown, #Trump. Thank you very much, Jared. We're so happy to be here. It's just a beautiful place. The first time you come to Arizona, you fall in love with it. The second time, you end up moving here, right, Brick? I'm thinking about that myself, being from Ohio. But he was warning me about the hot weather in July and the summer, but it's such a beautiful place and fall in love with it.
It is definitely a beautiful state, and I can tell you, better than the weather, the rights. Arizona has some of the great Second Amendment defense of our country. Fabulous defense, and that's, more than weather alone, that's a reason to move here. Martha McSally, absolutely a strong proponent of Second Amendment rights. Mark Kelly, not so much. Her Democrat opponent, not so much a proponent of defending our Second Amendment.
Absolutely, to keep that Republican majority in the United States Senate. And tell us your thoughts about the newest nominee to the United States Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett. Really an amazing woman. She's schooling the Democrats, so she's gone through the confirmation process, almost wrapping things up. Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, the Judiciary Chairman, doing a wonderful job. He's an American hero. Senator Lindsey Graham, one of my favorites. And so tell us about future Justice Amy Coney Barrett. What are your thoughts, Brick?
Well, I can't go into hypotheticals. That's a little hearing joke, but I know I'm going to like her. I have a good feeling. And she's going to be a strong proponent. She's going to be even-handed. I think one of the most telling moments for me was watching her face the grilling she was getting from basically, let's call them what they are. They're the opposition. And famously held up her note tablet on which the only thing written was U.S. Senate on the letterhead. Just going up against that type of hearing without any prepared notes, that's impressive. She is absolutely qualified, and I believe strongly in interpreting the Constitution as she would do. She has said that she's intends to interpret the law as it's written, and not to be legislating from the bench, not to be interpreting it for the modern era, but to actually make the judiciary enforce the law as it is in the Constitution. And if those laws need to be changed, well, that is the job of the Congress to do, not the job of the Supreme Court. I think she's going to be fabulous in that regard, as being an originalist, being what they call a textualist, who will interpret the Constitution as written and not as how she perceives it should be in today's environment. I think that's extremely strong, because if we're not staying true to the written text of the document, then we are straying from it. And it's very important for us to stand by the Constitution and to continue to support all the rights that are in there for us. And keep in mind, those rights are not there granted to us by the Constitution. Those rights are ours originally. The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, they just outline what rights belong to the government. They don't say what the government grants us. Those are our inalienable rights, and we need to make sure that we fight for them.
Absolutely. We got some more donations flying in on our YouTube Super Chat. Click on the S with the dollar sign. And don't forget to click on join if you'd like to be a member. For as little as $4.99 a month, you'll get those great emojis you see flying through the Super Chat. And Brick will read some of those donations for you coming in right now. Oops. Sorry about that.
Make Mine Texas, $20 from the Mormon Mafia. All right. Thank you. M. Stone, $25. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Stone. JP, $10. Vote early. Says vote often. I'm not going to. You can only vote once. So vote early. Trump 2020. Vote often. To me, I'm going to interpret that as help other people vote often.
We got a new member in our chat.
Troy Stolk, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Thank you, Troy. BRG, 20 pounds. So this is coming to us from England. Only Trump can save the world from China. How true is that? Thank you very much. You think Joe would stand up to China? I don't think so.
No.
Darren Kaufman, $20. And he's got one of those you are amazing emojis, so he is one of the members here in the Super Chat. Troy Stoke again, $14.92. 20 Trump 20. Jan and Rand's Adventures. Say hi to my bro Butch and sis-in-law Margie in preferred seating. So they're going to be up there somewhere. Wish I was there too. Trump 2020, Janice.
Thank you, Janice.
Cindy Leenan, $10. Thanks for everything you do to bring President Trump to the people. Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for helping us do it. Joe Looper, $4.99. I challenge everyone watching to make a contribution to Right Side Broadcast. That's a good challenge. I like that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. That's the only Joe I might thank today. Karen Lee, $25. I might thank Joe for taking a lid for 5 days. I'll thank that Joe, too.
You should have seen all the effort he put into making that lid. He'll show it to you again.
All right, Amish Mafia, $20. Midland, Texas, fracking 24/7. Don't let Biden stop what keeps America strong. Go Trump, and there is only one Amish Mafia. All right, so the speculation that I had that there might be more than one out there, that's laid to rest. There is only one Amish Mafia. Thank you for your support.
Amish Mafia coming through for us today. Thank you so much. So we got some more donations coming in. Here's one.
Diana Christensen, $20. Thank you, Diana. Super Lumba, Nepalese for Trump. Namaste, $10. Thank you very much. Namaste to you. Karen Lee, $25. Thank you, Karen.
A new member.
Sean Singh, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Thank you very much, Sean. David Chen, $20. You are amazing. He's a member. He's got the emoji. Thank you very much, David.
All of you are amazing in the chat, and thanks to all the moderators for keeping the fellowship going and the chat friendly.
Parker, $20. Don't assume, fellow patriots. Vote in person. Thank you, RSBN. Let's take a moment just to break from that for a second. He's absolutely correct. You can see that sticker I've got on my hat. I voted. I voted in person. I voted early. Important for everyone out there to do the same. Vote in person. Don't leave it up to chance if your ballot's going to be delivered, if it's going to be in a dumpster somewhere, as we've seen, unfortunately. Don't trust the mail to deliver it if you can have it, if you can vote in person. Now, if you do have to cast an absentee ballot, by all means do so. And hopefully make use of some of the tracking services that some of the states happen. But get out there, get your vote counted, and then help other people get to the polls. That's what we've got to do. We can't just hope that everyone else does it for themselves. We've got to help motivate other supporters of President Trump to get their votes in. Easy, $19.99. Not for the Joe Biden campaign. Dahe, $5. $5 from San Antonio, from headquarters Trump 2020 Victory Campaign, making things happen. Trump Train. West. Trump Train West. Oh, wait, Trump Train West, Gina, Becky, and Daniel. So probably somebody named West, and I thought it was a direction.
Thank you very much. We're getting close to 12 o'clock noon here at local Arizona time, so just 10 minutes away or so. This is game one of a doubleheader here in Prescott, Arizona, a little bit north of Phoenix. President Trump will be speaking here very shortly, and we'll have a couple opening speakers or some speakers while he's on stage. He might introduce to you, like U.S. Senator Martha McSally here up for election this year, 2020, only 15 days away to the presidential election. Then game two of our doubleheader here on RSBN is from Tucson, Arizona, about an hour south of Phoenix. Liz Willis will bring you all the action there live, starting at 3 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned to Right Side Broadcasting Network to see all of the rallies. And we pan the camera like a pretzel, show you all of the crowds, and share with you all the sights and sounds. And we have some great special guest hosts like Brick Suit. An honor to have him join us today here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. And I want to tell you a bit about our sponsor here in the last 10 minutes or so, DismyCoins.com. Check out their website at DismyCoins.com. That's DismeyCoins. DismyCoins.com. They've been a partner with us for over a year, a great partner. They're from California, where Brick is from, and they have amazing coins made of genuine copper and silver. And Brick has some of these coins. He brought a whole bag of them. These are his own personal coins that he purchased. So thank you very much, Brick Suit, for bringing those coins with us today, sharing with us. They are an American-made company from California, using American manufacturing, and by people who deeply love the United States of America, their employees. DismyCoins.com. They are valuable and a unique, worthwhile purchase. Christmas is only 67 days away, so they make great Christmas gifts. So you got to plan ahead for your family and friends, and these would make great gifts. They come in 20-plus patriotic designs, and 2 new designs they've been putting out each month. We showed you some of those. The wall coin. We showed you one of Conan the dog, the First Lady, the Space Force coin. They just got some great coins. One of my favorites, one of their newer coins is Trump Balboa. I call it Trump Balboa. Trump with Rocky Balboa body with the championship belt. Just a beautiful coin, and a sign of the times right now. President Trump overcoming the coronavirus himself, getting stronger and stronger each and every day. And that's so important as we are only 15 days to the presidential election. Disney Coins is giving 10% of their profits back to conservative causes and organizations. So their benefits are meaning to you, the viewer, and to all of us. Check them out at their website, DismyCoins.com. That's DismeyCoins, DismyCoins.com. And for your own collection of Trump coins, and don't forget to use the code RSBN at checkout for a discount. So, and feel free to post any of your pictures with your Disney coins on our Instagram at RSB Network, and check us out on Twitter at RSB Network. And Brick Suit also has a Twitter. What's your Twitter handle, Brick?
Oh, my Twitter handle's simple. It's just at Brick_suit. Just kind of like the Brick Suit with an underscore in between it. But let's also talk about the Disney Coins election giveaway. So right now, Disney Coins, a free giveaway that they're having. You can go to their site at Disney.com, DisneyCoins.com, and to sign up for the giveaway. And what they're going to be doing, there are going to be 5 main winners that are able to choose from a limited edition desk set, a 4-ounce bar, or any of the 2-ounce limited edition coins. Now, the more people that sign up for this giveaway, the more people are going to be winners. And they'll also be able to give away copper coins. So with 1,000 entries, they're going to be giving away 10 copper coins to 10 people. With 2,000 entries, they're going to be giving away 20 copper coins to 20 people. If we hit 3,000 entries, they're giving away 30 copper coins to 30 people. And if they get over 5,000 entries, they get 30 copper coins to 50 people, and that's a total of 1,500 coins. Now keep in mind, that's not 30 coins going out to 50 people. That doesn't mean 50 coins. That means 1,500 coins they're giving away. So all you have to do to qualify is sign up for their newsletter at their site, which is
www.DismeyCoins.com. That's DismeyCoins, DismeyCoins.com.
So thank you for all your support, and here's to MAGA 2020. And the only other thing is you have to have a U.S. shipping address in order to qualify for this election giveaway. You do have to have a U.S. shipping address.
Thank you very much, Brick. I want to mention really quick a couple shout outs to donors that we may have missed. Liz and Columba Baldini, and also Uncle Charlie. Thank you so much for your donations on our to our network. We really appreciate you, Liz and Columba Baldini and Uncle Charlie. Thank you so much. And also back in Auburn, Alabama, Joe Seals doing the producing. War Eagle, we appreciate you. And Brad is our cameraman today behind the scenes. We appreciate you, Brad, and being a great part of our family, doing a wonderful job. The hardest working person is a camera person behind the scenes, so thank you very much. And YouTube also has blocked monetization on this video for today's rally, this stream, not suitable for advertisers, and they're labeling it offensive. You can relate. Can you relate, Brick?
That is just part of the media censorship, again, working against us. I mean, small company, doing what we can. Obviously, there's an interest out there. There are 100,000 patriots who might be watching this live right now, and there's going to be many more who will be watching on replay. And I can't imagine that advertisers don't want to reach that market. But Trump supporters are out there. We love our president. I think that chant started in North Carolina. We love you. I mean, that is a great chant. I'm sure
Absolutely.
we'll be hearing it again today. And yeah, YouTube doesn't let us monetize our stream, so we're not making anything off just the eyeballs.
Absolutely. Speaking of censorship, I know you're friends with Carpe Donkum, so he had a Twitter. He was censored with Twitter, and so talk to us about how you decided to become a real live meme.
Okay, I'll make this one quick again, but basically, I started actively supporting the president and being active in the meme community on Reddit, on the Donald, which was the greatest Dom Reddit in the history of the galaxy and universe. And that's where I started making memes. But when the social media companies started deplatforming people, when they started demonetizing popular conservatives on YouTube, when they started eliminating Twitter accounts, I decided to go into real life memeing, take my hat out in public, be out in public, and that's where the only terms of service that apply in public is the First Amendment, and I could do that. Eventually, that got shut down, and people have migrated. Carpe Donktum has just developed memeworld.com. Many of us went there. The whole Donald is now at thedonald.win, an absolutely fabulous platform where you can find so much support for our president, so many memes, so many articles, so much links to some of the research that's been doing on Hunter Biden's emails. You're going to see so much in-depth there if you visit them at thedonald.win. But Carpe Donktum's, his banning from Twitter, particularly egregious. He had made so many fantastic memes that really he just became too effective, and he was targeted. He was targeted by Twitter, and they came after him, and they basically unjustly shut his account down. And that's why it's so important not for us to be relying upon our ability to communicate messages digitally. We have to be able to do it in the real world as well. We have to talk to people. We have to call people on the phone. We have to send them emails instead of just tweets, instead of just a message on an app. Because we've got to make sure that people vote. We've got to make sure they support our president, that they get out there and not just sit at home and hope that somebody else does it and hope the vote comes through correctly. Carpe Donktum, a great meme warrior. People have stepped up. They've grabbed the flag. I honestly, there's not enough time right now for me to go through all the people, but so much support out there, so much genius, so much inspiration that we draw from the president and try and give back to show and highlight basically the absurdity of the Democrat campaign and their position and their candidates. And I am amazed, frankly, at all the ingenuity that does come out on a daily, hourly basis. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, we have a ton of donations coming in. We're going to read those in a minute. Right now, we're going to pan the crowd and show you all of the action. We're expecting about 12,000 people here, plus the presidential seal is at the podium, and the rally is supposed to begin any minute now. And we're here live in Prescott, Arizona, at the Prescott Regional Airport. Thanks for joining us on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Right, this side this time? Switch sides?
Okay. All right.
Okay, we're back. We're going to read some of those donations because we got so many flying through on our YouTube Super Chat. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click on the bell, and like our stream. So our first donation here, we'll have Brick read some of these.
Michael Kaishar, $120.20. We don't want to be Cuba or Venezuela. Trump cares about us. Do you think he would hurt his family? He won't, and he's looking out for us. Look at history on TV about Trump. Well liked. Trump 2020.
Thank you, Michael.
Beomosu Kim. Beomosu Kim, $100. God bless Trump. God bless America. Thank you very much. I hope I pronounced your name right there, but thank you very much. Graham Cracker, 888-1999. Hey, Democrats, get your life preservers ready. There's a red wave coming. That's we can maybe let them flounder a little bit. I don't want them to drown, but I do want them to maybe be, maybe not floating. Miker, 120001, $50. Vote. Our turn to fight. Let's make this red wave happen for President Trump and down ballot. We need all three, President, Senate, and House. And that's right, it's a great sentiment. It's been called red. Remove every Democrat. Let's get that House back. Let's let Nancy Pelosi retire to her mansion in the streets of San Francisco, which are somewhat more soiled now that it's legal to do things on those streets. All right, Max's Munchery, $20. We support our President Trump. We are conservative business. Support us. Voting early, in person, vote red, Trump 2020. And you can see the pan there. You can see the crowd as it's filling up. The sun is out on them, and we've been lucky. They've got some of the lighting rigs up here, a platform, and we just happen to be in the shadow of it for a while here. You've been noticing it passing us in and out of sun and shade. We don't have people holding umbrellas for us. We don't have shade. Like I said, we're a small company, and these donations we're reading right now are what makes it possible for us to bring this to you. Marcus DeJean, $9.99. Black America stands with Trump. 4 more years and beyond. The DMV is going red. RideSide is the vanguard of true American journalism. We love you. Great patriots. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you very much.
A new member.
John Stewart, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Sandra Prell, $9.99, #1 fan emoji. Rocky B, $20 from Dorothy Bly. We love you, Donald J. Trump. Diana Christensen, $10. Dr. Fauci said on 60 Minutes in March that masks were not necessary. He did not cite supply issues as a reason. He has misled POTUS and the world. Thank you very much for your donation there.
Thanks again, Diana.
Tammy Higginbotham, a new member for the Lincoln Club. Darby Lynn, $4.99. Thank you, Darby. Patrick Wang, $20, and he's got the gold emoji coming in. Thank you, Patrick. Who Matthew, 2020, great donation amount there. Basement Biden, Kamala the Communist, Sanders the Socialist, Cortez the Communist, police-hating Pelosi, Maxine the Marxist. Oh boy, isn't that? Wouldn't you love to see Joe Collins unseat Maxine in that district in California? That'd be fantastic.
Okay, President Trump has just left Phoenix en route. He's en route to Prescott, Arizona here. So any minute now, the president will arrive. We don't know exactly what aircraft at this moment, but there will be.
I'm still thinking helicopter. That was the early word, and the lack of flags. That's just every rally I've been to. They've had the crane with the flags high, flying high, so I think it is going to be a helicopter.
I think you're right, Marine One.
Yeah. Andy Nguyen, $4.99. Thank you, Andy. Boy, and we can see while we're reading these donations, it's the chat scrolling so fast right behind it. There's no way we can keep up with it. But we're going to try and read out as many of the super chats as we can. Dean Nesser, $20. You are amazing. Pamela Yee, $5. Keep it up. And we just got word from Joe back in the control room. He can confirm it is going to be Marine One. bringing the president here to Prescott. John Carter, $4.99. Red flood coming, absolutely. Going to vote remove every Democrat, Republican all the way down the ballot. Rhonda Rugolo, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Thank you, Rhonda.
You could be a member by clicking on join on our YouTube channel for as little as $4.99 a month. Thank you, Rhonda.
Danny Murillo, $20. Make the left cry again. Boy, they're going to have plenty to be salty about, that's for sure. Thank you, Danny. Val, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Thanks for joining, Val. Take Two Wheels, $10. The last $10 in my account. If a little amount helps, I'm glad. All my fellow patriots, I salute you. Ex-presidential honor guard right here. Well, thank you very much for that service. Trump is important to our way of life, and that is an absolute true statement there.
Thank you for your service.
And Creso, $9.99. Red wave is certainly coming. First time red voter, I cannot wait to vote Trump. Tim Scarborough, $5. MAGA 2020. Thank you, Tim. Sophie G, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Heim Goldberger, $99.99. Well, you got to stay 1 cent over that limit there. Thank you very much. Thank you for that donation. Preston Stewart has just joined the Lincoln Club. Anthony Caldwell, also joining the Lincoln Club. Thank you, Anthony. Jim Daniels, welcome to the Trump Club. Jasper Benedict, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Melody Boats, thank you for bringing us the real news, Trump 2020. That's right, we are bringing you not just the rally, but everything before it, everything we can before that rally. From as soon as we can get let in here and we can start broadcasting, we do. Mickey Flynn, $5. Trump is the best president ever. No argument for me on that one. Dazun Tron, $19.99. Leroy Salinas, $9.99. Trump 2020, make liberals, he says make liberals great again, but I think that's make liberals cry again, make America great again. We know exactly what you mean there. Tellern 56, $19.99. You are amazing.
You are amazing, Brick. Thank you for reading these.
Cool 7 Songs, $20. Sean S., $5. Drain the swamp. It's deep. Definitely is. We need to let President Trump finish the job. He's done an excellent start to it, but we need to let him finish. Americana Patriana. Been with RSBN since day one. West Coast for Trump. God bless you, our president and the USA. Elaine Doss, 69, has just joined the Lincoln Club. Thank you, Elaine. Stephanie Bryan, also joining the Lincoln Club. Thank you, Stephanie.
Stephen
I'm sorry. Stephen Bryan.
That's okay.
Vladdy, $19.99. Trump is the most pro-American president in our lifetime. No other president could withstand the abuse our president has taken. Trump will get 320 electoral votes. God bless America.
Wow.
And he is. His policy of American First is absolutely one of the reasons that I and many others Americans support him. Cindy McSeven, $5. Thank you, and keep it up. Jeff Bradley has just joined the Lincoln Club. Sierra Tango, from Australia, I believe, $5. Please don't cut the music out after the rally. It's great to watch our POTUS dance all the way to Air Force One.
And she's talking about YMCA.
Yeah, I'm not sure how soon we're going to have to cut it here, because as soon as this rally is over, remember we got the second rally of our Monday doubleheader coming to you from Tucson. We'll send it to them as soon as, when we can. We're not always able to show everything after the rally, but we'll do as best we can.
It might be too hot to dance in Arizona. You think it is, Brick? You think it's too hot in your brick suit?
We're in the shade. We're in the shade here. We got lucky. Jennifer Helms Noyes, thank you for showing the crowds. Trump 2020. You're very welcome. And as I said, the only reason we can is because of donations just like this. Peggy Doherty, $4.99. Suburban housewife and support of Trump. 2020 landslide. We've got to save the suburbs. That's something we've got to do. Lois Miller, 2020. You need a red wall suit, Brick. Well, I'm going to stick with the orange one. I mean, the orange one worked out so okay. It's a good, I appreciate the sentiment, though. Trump, best thing to happen to our country. MAGA, thank you, RSBN.
So I wanted to ask you about your suit. You mentioned that, they have a special tradition in Great Britain. You don't want to talk about that?
Well, another early in some other telecasts. We're too close.
Their weddings there, and they have stag parties where all the guys wear the same suits. So it's a pretty cool tradition that they have there. But we're coming up on Halloween here, so another great American tradition and trick or treating. Kids.
I think I'm going to be a wall for Halloween. I think I'm all set.
Absolutely. So, well, the crowd is filling in here. We're expecting about 12,000 people plus here in Prescott, Arizona. This is game one of a doubleheader. The first rally here starts right now, and it's scheduled for 12 noon right here locally. The time is 11 minutes after 12 right now. So here locally in Arizona, that's 3 p.m. Eastern. So any minute now, the presidential seal is up, and we're going to be seeing Marine One helicopter, President Trump's famous helicopter when he leaves the White House. We're going to see that. It's transported all the way here to Arizona. And I got to see Marine One 2 years ago. We had a rally here in Mesa, Arizona. So it really is a sight to see the Marines and President Trump coming off that helicopter. It's a beautiful, beautiful machine. And so this is game one of a doubleheader. Our second rally tonight is just south of here in Tucson, Arizona, right on the border of the United States and Mexico. Liz Willis will be there. She'll be your host tonight, bringing you all the action. That rally begins locally here at 3 p.m. local time here in Arizona, 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for all the action here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're grateful for you joining us. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com/donate. And there you can donate through PayPal. And so we want to give a couple other shout outs and a message from Judy Martz. A shout out to Judy Martz. She says, "We are tired of being sad and blue in Delaware when we have red hot blood on our veins." Absolutely. Thank you, Judy.
That's Joe's state. That's rough.
Delaware has a great U.S. Senate candidate, and she's a wonderful, wonderful candidate and a rising star. I've been following her on Twitter. Well, the YMCA song. So the last rally that we did 2 days ago in Michigan, I've been to a lot of rallies. I've never seen dancing like we've seen now. President Trump dancing to YMCA after the rallies. It's very infectious. It's a sight to see at the rally. But unfortunately, we can't play the song to you on the air without talking over it because of copyright. YouTube will strike us with copyright, and then they'll take down the video. So we want to keep this video up for our archive so you can watch it. You know, for those people who can't watch it live, they could go back and watch the rally later tonight or tomorrow. Or we want to record history. So we have aircraft in sight. I'm going to turn it over to Brick.
All right, so we see two of the Ospreys coming this way, Marine One. We're going to see if we can keep them in the camera shot here. The crowd is seeing them, and people are pointing out there on their way here from Phoenix. Of course, flying faster than a normal helicopter, where you might see the president shuttled to Andrews from the White House. These are big, gorgeous birds. They can fly like a plane. They can fly like a helicopter. The most important thing about them, though, on board, the hardest working president ever, President Trump. This is not just regular Marine One. This is delivering the goods. Boy, I am getting the goosebumps now. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. Just to see them coming in. Boy, that is an incredible sight. So much control on those, they can land at a pinpoint. Wonderful, wonderful. So it looks like they're going to fly slightly out of our line of sight. They're going to land over to the left. And then the president will be most likely taking a motorcade here, possibly walking, we don't really know. Stirring up a lot of dust now. We've got a dust cloud over there, but that's nothing those pilots can't handle. Those crews are trained to fly in low visibility, so that won't be an issue.
got some more donations coming in on the YouTube Super Chat. Cool 7 Songs donated $20. Thank you, Cole. We got Lois, Oli Smokes donated $17.76. Shout out to my fellow Midnight Riders. The cue ball is always winning one. Let's go, Patriots. Thank you so much. We also got 99. Sarah Frank donating $19.99. I was his waitress at his golf course in New York. He treated his staff like gold. I always knew he would make a great president. Long live President Donald J. Trump. Thank you so much, Sarah, for that message and that donation. That was really, really wonderful. Thank you to you, Sarah. We also got a donation from Vladdy, 1999. Trump is the most pro-American president of our lifetime. And no other president could withstand the abuse. Okay, thank you very much. And also, Franklin and Genesis Mom, thank you, RSBN and Trump 2020. Okay, back to Brick.
All right, so I want to get one more word out for our partner, Disney Coins. Disney Coins is the epitome of made in America because they're made in the USA and they're made by machines that are made in the USA, by people who deeply love America. The coins are made with genuine silver and copper, and they're a unique and worthwhile purchase, which always means that they make perfect presents. They come in over 20 patriotic designs, and I just got a little bit of dust in my face here, and they're adding 2 new designs each month. So let's go over that again. They're coming 20 designs with 2 more designs added each month. Now we at RSBN, we're going to be collecting these coins, and you can collect them along with us each and every month leading up to the election, which is now this month, 15 short days. They also make great gifts for any MAGA fan in your life. Disney Coins is giving 10% of the profits back to conservative causes and organizations, so they also benefit causes that are meaningful to you in addition to bringing you these great coins. And so you can see right now, break just for a minute, you can see Marine One in the background taxiing in. We're getting a good view of that. So go to dismeycoins.com to check out the inventory. That's dismeycoins.com. That's dismeycoins.com to check out the inventory and start your very own collection of the Trump coins today. Use code RSBN at checkout for an extra discount. And while you're there, don't forget to join that huge election month giveaway that we were talking about. It's really easy to do. You just click on the giveaway tab on the left side of the screen. The more people that enter, the greater the prizes, the more winners there's going to be. And that's www.dismeycoins.com, dismeycoins.com. And we got a great one here, a great shout out on the super chat from Funk D, $20. Canadians for Trump. The media bias against Trump has not gone unnoticed. Corporate and special interests control the media and Biden. Do not fear, my American friends. Democracy, freedom, and truth will prevail. Well, thank you very much. We can see them getting off. The Osprey there. I gotta say, that looks like that could be our great White House press secretary there. The music is starting. The crowd is getting pumped up. The energy is starting to ramp. This is what people have been waiting for. Completely in the sun. It's been hot. The second wind is coming here. So much energy. So much energy. Use me app. Welcome to the Lincoln Club. Bill, welcome to the Reagan Club. This is a great song, Young Man. I mean, doesn't President Trump have all the energy of a young man? Biden's home in his basement, in his 5-day lid. Trump is doing 2 rallies today, one tomorrow in Erie, and another one in North Carolina the day after that.
Absolutely. Trump Girl 2020.
Trump Girl 2020.
Donation.
Thank you very much. Teresa Woodward, 1776. Let freedom ring. Jerry Willis, $25. Expeditions TV. Jerry and Kathy Wills. Matt T. Chong, $20. Thank you for your hard work, right side. Go Trump. Use Me app, $5. Donald Trump stands against a new world order. That's why they hate him. He's got my vote. He is an outsider, absolutely.
Thanks again, Yumsy app.
We've got one more vehicle arriving here, one more Osprey. Anthony Gill, $4.99. Trump has a beautiful, great American smile. I hope he recovers. Well, I hope he recovers from his therapy soon. I have seen all indications that Trump has made a complete and total recovery. Jerry Wills, $25. Expeditions TV. Jerry and Kathy. Thank you, Jerry. Trump Girl 2020 has just joined the Lincoln Club. Thank you very much. Kay in Maine, 1776. The Second American Revolution will be won by the Freedom Trump trained patriots.
Thanks, Kay. Go Susan Collins, U.S. Senator Susan Collins from Maine.
Gregory Mendez, welcome to the Trump Club. Thank you, Gregory. Sabrina Schweitzer, $9.99. Trump Pence 2020. I'm gonna have to bring a tablet next time, get a larger font. That's all right. Susan Dalton, welcome to the Lincoln Club. Susan has just joined us. Thank you, Susan, for helping us bring all these great rallies. Lazaro Gordillo, $4.99. So right now, if we're looking at the podium, you can see that. You can see they're testing out the teleprompters. They've got someone who's the same height of the president. He's going there. He's checking them out, making sure everything's right, making sure the setup is good. Tree Climber, thank you for your donation. Gustavo, 15. I don't know the denomination. Brazilian, okay. Brazilian here. We do support Trump. Chile and Bolivia turned to left recently. Investigate big techs.
Go Bolsonaro. Richard Harvey, 1776. Trey Zuber, $5. Thank you, Trey. Build a Wall, 1776 MAGA. The boss has arrived. Very shortly, President Donald J. Trump will be landing here in Prescott, Arizona on Marine One, the Marine One helicopter. And it's going to be a sight to see. Stay tuned.
I got a great shout out to that Build a Wall. That's a fabulous name. I support that sentiment and incompletion. Totally support it.
$4.99 from Kenny's Tone Factory. Go Trump. Keith Lee, $19.99. $5 from JFP 85. President Donald J. Trump, the greatest pro-God, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, pro-liberty American president of all time. Trump 2020. Thank you, RSBN. Thank you. Let's see here. Kim Plen, $50. Thank you so much, Kim.
And one of those emojis, so she's in the club.
Yeah, so it helps us pay for our travel expenses. Joel 310, Joel's 310. Thank you for being a member. Leanne Wilson, thank you for being a member. Dennis Ballone, Canadian, $5. Thank you to our international viewers. Robert Newman, $20. Love you. Thank you, guys. I'm from Phoenix and love Prescott. We love Prescott too, Robert. It's really a beautiful place. Where did we go for breakfast today? We had a great place. We went for breakfast. I can't remember the name of it, but it was. It was
in Prescott Valley, yeah. And it was fantastic. And I don't know if they were great. We'll get that out in the chat later when I gotta look at my receipt.
We try to support local businesses wherever we go here at Right Side. It's really a wonderful thing, and especially the restaurant industry got hard hit with the pandemic. Robert, that was Robert Newman. Thank you very much, Robert. Dean Bodie Show, $9.99. Plastic Galaxy Toy Store, $20. Small businesses for Trump. Speaking of small businesses,
absolutely. All that deregulation that he did when he got in office, that just energized the economy. He's the right man to bring our economy back. Red Leader, $4.99. Texas for Trump 2020. Go Cowboys. Copy that, Red Leader.
How about them Cowboys?
JC and Me 2020 1776. Thank you, RSBN crew, for all of your hard work bringing us such excellent content. MAGA, Trump 2020. Trump is my president. God bless America. CNN is fake news.
$4.99 from Strands later. The Trumpinator will be back 4 more years than John Jr., Eric, and Barron. Trump
Okay.
2020 to infinity and beyond.
All right, so now we've had 3 V-22 Ospreys land, and now we've got another helicopter coming in here. Look, I believe it's a Black Hawk, and that could be Marine One right now. We thought he was coming in on the Ospreys, but likely now that was just the press corps, the advanced lead from the campaign, and this could be the real deal that has just touched down. Obviously, they don't tell us in advance what's coming up. They don't say 3 of them are going to land and then the president's going to be on the 4th. We don't really know what the order's going to be, but we believe now the real deal. President Trump has landed. Marine One has just touched down and has begun its taxi to right behind the podium, I imagine. Chris Allgood, $5. Veterans in California love Trump. And there's a second helicopter coming. Again, like I said, you never know. They're going to be traveling in pairs. You don't know which one the president is going to be on. This is obviously for security reasons. So we can't know really where to point the cameras, but President Trump is here in Prescott.
There's another helicopter, Marine One, another helicopter coming in. Ed Pratzkowitz, $15. Thank you, Ed. $10 from Putnam Cullison. Thank you so much. $20 from Laura Kimberly. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you, Laura. $4.99 Gaming with Daphne. $4.99 Captain Obvious. $20 William Stewart. Hey Hunter, save some of that. Just kidding. Trump 2020. Thank you, William. Shelly B, $4.99. Thank you, Shelly. Billy Patterson, $20. Thank you, Billy. Putnam Collision, $10. A new member, Larry Whitaker. You could click on join on our YouTube channel, and for as little as $4.99 a month, you could be a member. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell and like this stream. Dennis McHugh, $5. U.S. Virgin Islands for Trump. Deborah Westbrook, $4.99. Turn California red. Mr. Kitty 101, $4.99. Trump 2020. Turn New Jersey red. Absolutely. $4.99. Kate Schroyer, $19.99. Thank you, Kate. $4.99 from Mr. Kitty. Thank you very much. Vicky Dong, $4.99. Thank you, Vicky. A new member, Jeffrey Marr. $25 from Michael Tippins. 4 more years. Bill Hunt, thank you for being a member. Marine One is flying over. President Trump is doing a flyby, waving to the crowd, and we're trying to get all this action for you as we're panning the camera like a pretzel, trying to keep up with Marine One flying over the crowd here in Prescott, Arizona. It's such a beautiful sight to see. Is that right, Brick?
It's incredible. I've been to many of these rallies, but watching the president arrive never ceases to give me goosebumps. It's absolutely amazing. If you have the chance to get to a rally near you in the last 15 days of this campaign, I highly, highly recommend it. And if you can't, boy, watch them on here, watch them on RSBN, share the stream. It looks like the president is going to be exiting right now. We see the Marine Guard at the door. The crowd is going to be going crazy.
Gabe Martinez, $10. New Mexico for Trump. Long forgotten by the Democrats. Save our schools. Trump 2020. $100 donation. Fernando Jorhan is on $100. Thank you, Fernando. Trump 2020. Kathy Persall, $19.99. A new member, Patriot American. $4.99 from Ken T. Release the Hunter Biden files. Lisa Lee, $19.99. $10 from Ura Busu, $10. The Donald Dot win. $4.99 from Ange Gardner, $29. Love RSB. I watch each rally with you, and I appreciate all your hard work. Trump 2020. Thank you, Ange. Thank you so much. For a new member, Patriot Girl American.
All right, so I just want to briefly chime in here. So on the The helicopter just landed. The Secret Service detail has now exited the helicopter, and now we can see Marine One with the president just touching down. Unless there's a third helicopter in the air, I wouldn't put it past him, but we believe now that this is the president landing right here, be taxiing up and coming out very, very shortly.
Andrew Rossi, $4.99. Mr. President, law enforcement has your back, like you have always had ours. MAGA 2020. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate your donation. Thank you very much. Jasper Benedict, thank you for all you do, RSBN Filipinos, for President Trump. Vote for President Trump and vote for Senator Martha McSally for Arizona. Absolutely. Thank you. Chandler Labs, Bill and Bailey for Trump 2020. $4.99 from Ashley Ann, Idaho for Trump. $4.99 from Barb Kinsey, 15. Trump 2020. Thanks, RSBN, for always showing the crowds. Thank you very much. Absolutely. $5 from Chick Mouse Vintage on Etsy. $5. Thank you. God bless America. $45 from Kelly Bearden. $45 for POTUS 45. Housewives for Trump. Thank you so much, Kelly. $5 again from Diana Christensen. Diana's been a great supporter. All of our medicines and PPE need to be made in the USA. We cannot rely on other nations for essential products. Also, make California red again. What do you think of that, Brick?
I would love to see California go red again. All I know is it's going that way. The pendulum is swinging. I don't know if it's going to be this election, but this is the one for all you Republicans, all of you supporters of President Trump in California. Get out and vote. Let's drive that turnout like we've never driven it before.
$10 donation from Amish Mafia again. Red Tsunami is coming. Amish Mafia, you are the man. Thank you very much. Andrew Wilder, welcome to the Lincoln Club. A new member, Kevin Hahn. Thank you very much, Kevin. Alexandra, $9.99. Melody Boats, $4.99. Big Daddy Trump, Freedom is in the house. Absolutely. Marine One is touchdown. Ellie Simplified, thank you for being a member, Ellie. Kate Troyer, thank you for being a member. Chandler Labs, thank you very much for all your donations. Carl Peterson, one of our regulars and a moderator in the chat. Carl Peterson, our friend from Arizona here, 2020 donation. Arizona for Trump. Great reporting, Tom O'Neill, and Brick Suit. I'm going to add that. RSBN, simply the best. You better believe it, Carl. You're the best for being a faithful and loyal viewer. We love you, Carl, so very much. Thank you very much.
What a fantastic view we're getting here. I mean, we've just got an excellent spot here on the riser to see the helicopter pulling up. Absolutely fantastic view of the president about to debark.
$50 donation from Glaze. Maryland Patriots for Trump, absolutely. $45 from Delona, Suburban Women for Trump. Janelle Weaver, thank you for being a member. Kara Pardini, $5. Shy Mom, $5. Trump 2020. Red Wave, the West Coast. T. Rodriguez, $4.99. Hispanic here, voting Trump in Florida. Welcome to our viewers down south in Florida, a key critical battleground state. $4.99 from Louis Ely. Mega, God bless POTUS. Thank you for your support. James Williamson, $5. $5 from Grand Cherokee. Greetings and thank you from Germany. Thank you. And special shout out to all our international viewers watching this. History, we're living in history. And it's just a sight to see here in Arizona. The Marine One helicopter has landed. President Trump has touched down. In any minute now, he's going to come out and steal the show. Point to the crowd, and all the people have their phones up, ready to greet and welcome President Trump, and thanking him, and people are thanking him, and the president are thanking the people for coming out and supporting him here in the key battleground state of Arizona. Here to make that special endorsement support to United States Senator Martha McSally. We need every senator and Republican in the United States Senate to keep our majority, and looking forward for another great, memorable, peaceful protest here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Check out our website, rsbnetwork.com. Rick?
Boy,
More donations.
more donations? All right. Day 2, Caraclan, $4.99. James Williamson, 2020. We love Trump. We're all in this for 2020. And we can see the guard approaching the helicopter. He'll be leaving the helicopter soon here. Happy Girl, thanks RSBN for all you do.
Trump 2020, we want to give a quick hit to DisneyCoins.com. Check out their website at DisneyCoins.com. That's DISMECOINS, DisneyCoins.com. They've been a great supporter for us for over the last year, and they have some great copper and silver coins made of genuine copper and silver, and they'll make great Christmas gifts. Christmas is only 67 days away. Of course, the presidential election is close, so these would make for great gifts. And here is the President of the United States of America.
United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Hello, Prescott. Hello, Prescott. I better speak fast. This sun is hot. This sun is hot. So did anybody notice, I'm sure you didn't, that we flew right over you, right? We have the greatest pilots and the greatest equipment anywhere in the world. I said, I wonder if there'd be any danger. No, sir, don't worry. Fwah. And then flying over, I noticed something, right? I saw this crowd, and then I saw a crowd bigger than this over there trying to get in. Can you believe it? Let them in. Let them in. Let them in. They're coming in. Just let them in. I thought we could wait. Would you like to wait about an hour as they peel in? Do you have speakers back there, please? All right. You know, the fake news, they never report this stuff, right? Right? And they don't. Sleepy Joe Biden yesterday had 7 people, and then they say he's tied in the polls in Pennsylvania. You know, no, I don't know. There's something going on here. There's something phony going on. So, you know, the votes are coming in, and they're very much inclined to be with us. I don't know if you see, you know, early voting. Because our people like to go out and vote, right? They like to vote. They like to vote, and it's incredible what's happening. So the early votes are coming in a lot of areas, and they're starting to get a little bit nervous on the other side. In Michigan, we're leading the early vote. We're supposed to be at 20%, and then we catch them right in the final days like a racehorse. No. It's going to be very big. You don't have events like this and you come in second in Arizona, okay? You don't do that. You don't say, I don't like to like say, let's leave now. Goodbye, you 25, 40,000, whatever the hell number of people. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, we're in second place in Arizona. You know, I don't think so. No, we're in first place in Arizona. But you know, these fake people back here, the press, the media, they're fake. And same thing happened last time, only worse. It was crazy. And last time I never did it before, so I believed them. And then what happened is we had the day, and I was down in 9 states that I had to win, right? I was down in all 9 on election day, and we won all 9, right? No, they said, this will be a very poor day for Donald Trump. That time, Donald Trump, right? This is going to be a rough day for Donald Trump down in 9 states. End of the evening, then you saw them cry. Remember the guy with also John King? Oh, my God. He just won Wisconsin. He just won Michigan. He just won Arizona. He just won Pennsylvania. What's going on? No, they were not having a good day. They were not having. This is going to be even better, I think. I mean, the only difference is the big risk is they sent out tens of millions of these unsolicited ballots. And we're trying to find out, who do they send them to? When do they send them? Where do they send them? Who sends them back? Some of these governors say, you don't need signature verification. Why would you need a thing like that? No signature verification. In some cases, you don't need a signature. Why would you need a thing like that? No, they found 50,000 in a river. They found 53,000 in a creek. They found many in a garbage can. They happened to be from the military. Many of them, they were in a garbage can, they found them. And they all had the name Trump on it. Isn't that shocking? They were military, all in favor of Trump, and they found him in a garbage can. I got to tell you, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. And we have law enforcement watching every one of them, but they have, and you have to watch them too. 15 days from now, we're going to win the state of Arizona, and we're going to win 4 more years in the White House. Everybody needs to get out and vote. Return your absentee ballot today or vote early in person as soon as you can. When is that starting, the early? When does that start? Now? Now! Get out now, right? I like that better. Oh, you know, you always get this, but yeah. And your state is doing great. You have a great governor, as you know, and your state is doing great with the pandemic. Pandemic. They're getting tired of the pandemic, aren't they? Getting tired of the pandemic. You turn on CNN, that's all they cover. COVID, COVID, pandemic, COVID, COVID, COVID. You know why? They're trying to talk everybody out of voting. People aren't buying at CNN, you dumb bastards. They're not buying it. That's all they talk about. I watch this guy's got lousy ratings. Fredo, you know Fredo? Got horrible ratings. He's talking about the pandemic. That's all they talk about. You know, I don't know. He said he had it. I'm not sure he had it. He went to the basement. It's the only time his ratings were up. People want to see what was going to happen. He'll probably get it again, even though in theory you're not supposed to be able to. Well, I had it, and they say you're not going to catch it again, and that's okay with me. That's okay with me. Oh, were they happy when they heard I had it, right? Did you see it? Oh, that was... They were trying, well, we hope he gets better. we hope he gets better soon. And then I came out, and I did a rally, and they said, this guy hasn't changed. Actually, I'm not saying, I don't know if this is a compliment. They said, he looks better now than before he had it. What's that all about? What's that? Who knows? If you have it, you get better. But we have great therapeutics. I took something, Regeneron, which we're making available to everybody free. But to me, it was a cure. It wasn't it wasn't a therapeutic. To me, it was a cure. I took it. I didn't feel so great. I will tell you that. I don't like to admit that, but for a long time. And I didn't feel too great. And when you're president, you have a lot of doctors checking you out, right? I told the story last night. We went, by the way, these rallies, they're unbelievable. And I like this better. Remember, we're outside. They all want us to be outside, you know? They're all wanting us to be outside. And these are outdoor rallies. And we can hold more people than we can in the arenas. These are the biggest rallies. These are the biggest rallies ever had in history by a political candidate. They won't say that. No, it's great. It's great. But I took it and it was incredible. Incredible. And I was out. I took it. I felt like Superman. The next morning I woke up. I said, let me at it. With your vote, we will continue to cut your taxes and regulations to maintain your energy independence, strengthen our military, support our great police, protect our Second Amendment, which is under siege. Defend our borders, arrest violent criminals, and confirm more judges to uphold the rule of law. We have a record number of judges, you see that? A record number of federal judges, and we have a great one right now, hopefully gets approved next week. Amy, under my leadership, prosperity will surge, patriotism will soar, optimism will boom, the pandemic will soon end. It's rounding the corner. They hate it when I say it. You know, they always like to say about Europe and this and that. Really? Oh, really? How are they doing? How are they doing? I'll tell you what, and we're working with them. We're sending them ventilators, we're sending them everything, but we're rounding the turn. We're going to have the vaccine, but with or without it, and it's happening soon, by the way. It would even happen sooner if we didn't have these characters on the other side, the Democrats that are running all these failed cities. The Democrats are running your failed cities, you know that, right? And states. But if they weren't talking, because they don't want it to be, you know, they don't want it to be successful. I really mean it. But ultimately, it's going to all come together because it was coming together, and then we got hit by the China plague. We were going to all be well unified. People were calling me that you would have never expected. It was coming together because of success, and then we got hit by the plague. We closed up, which we did a great thing. We saved 2 million lives or more. 2 million lives. We did a great job. We never got credit for it. We helped all of the states and the governors. Some did a good job, some did a horrible job. I'll tell you who they are one day. Do I have the all-time great book? I have the real book, right? But like a lot of these other people, I don't like writing books while I'm running. I don't like writing books while we're in office because you don't do that. Normal life will rapidly return. That's what we want, normal. Go, take us back 7. And next year will be the greatest economic year in the history of our country. That's what's going to happen. And we're going to cut your taxes. This guy's going to raise your taxes by 4 times. Think of it. And now he's saying, well, maybe I won't take away the tax cuts. Because he said, we're going to end the Trump tax cuts. They said, well, it's going to ultimately be $8,000 a family. He said, well, maybe we won't end them. That doesn't sound so good. Look, he's gonzo, folks. He's gone. He has no idea. And the people that are running that party are radical, far-left maniacs. And you can't let this. This is the most important election in the history of our country. This is an election that's a choice between a Trump recovery at the highest end or a Biden depression. You're going to have, with what he's going to do with regulations, what he's going to do with taxes, every company that came in from Europe, from Asia, every company is going to leave as soon as I'll tell you what, even the thought of it. As an example, Foxconn. Foxconn in Wisconsin, incredible company. It makes a lot of the Apple equipment stuff, right? The phones, the iPhones, the iPads. Incredible company. They don't like the Democrat governor. They don't want to spend the money. They want to come in and spend a lot of money. They don't like the possibility that a Sleepy Joe could get in. They don't want to invest billions of dollars in having those policies. So they pull back. If Trump gets in, they will spend billions and billions and billions, not your state, but Wisconsin, probably your state too, billions of dollars. But we speak to them. They're unhappy when they see this Democrat kind of leadership, or even the chance that it is. So wait till you see what Foxconn does in Wisconsin, okay? Different place, but wait till you see. If we win, they will make an investment the likes of which our country has rarely seen before. But this is all a choice between getting a safe vaccine or really a lockdown. You know, Biden wants to lock it down. He wants to listen to Dr. Fauci. He wants to listen to Dr. Fauci. And don't forget, Dr. Fauci, what he said is, no, don't close it to China. I said, I'm sorry, doctor, you're a wonderful man. And he is a nice man. You're a wonderful man, I'm closing it. I saved thousands of lives. He admitted that 2 months later. 2 months later. And Dr. Fauci said, don't put on masks. You see the thing. And now he says, put on masks. And they say, you know, he's a wonderful guy. And he is a wonderful guy. I like him. He just happens to have a very bad arm. He has a bad arm, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy. A lot of our people don't like him. I like him. You have to understand him. He's a promoter. What can I tell you? And it's a choice between the American dream or a totally socialist nightmare. That's what you'll have. You'll be a socialist country. And I said, our country will never be a socialist country. We're not going to let it happen. It'll be destroyed. Joe Biden has made a corrupt bargain. By the way, he's made many corrupt bargains if you've been reading. You know, he's all shut down again. Can you believe it? He's going lid. You know lid means? Lid means a politician goes into, I guess, a garbage can or something. Put the lid. They put the lid on it, right? I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. It sounds... No, there's an expression they kept saying, sir, the vice president, our vice president, Pence, is working his ass off, I'll tell you. He's all over the place. He's great. Did he do a good job against Kamala? If that were a fight, they would have stopped it. Now, Pence is great. But they put the lid on it. Every day you wake up, where's Biden today? Sir, he's lit it out. He's lit it out. What does that mean? That means he's going to stay in the basement all day. But I think today he's staying in the basement to talk to his lawyers. They caught him cold. They caught him cold. I'll tell you something, and I mean this. So, he is lucky that we have in our country, and they don't appreciate, a wonderful human being and the most fair Attorney General of the United States. Because I know people that would have had him locked up 5 weeks ago. Bill Barr is a very nice man and a very fair man, and they have no idea, because somebody else would have taken that thing and all the crap and corruption. He's been a corrupt politician for a long time, this guy. And in many ways, it doesn't make some of us happy, but in many ways, Bill Barr is a wonderful human being and a very fair person. And he's not a person that wants to hurt people. Just remember that. I say it, and I say it once. Just remember it, because I get angry too. But just remember it. He's a very fair man. And in many ways, and especially in that position, there's something very nice about it. Okay? So, what can I say? Joe Biden has made a corrupt bargain in exchange for his party's nomination. He has handed control of his whole group over to the socialists, the communists, the Marxists, and the left-wing extremists. You know that. You see them marching up the streets in these Democrat-run cities. You don't see them in the Republican-run cities. They're in charge, and they are calling the shots. If elected, Biden will delay the therapies. Look, I mean, even the vaccines, they're trying to say, oh, it's no good if Trump has it. It's being done by Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer. I don't even know who these people are, right? If it comes out with Trump, how bad is that? They are willing to demean a vaccine for political purposes. I saw it this morning. I saw it this morning where a governor who's done a truly poor, thousands, tens of thousands of people have died in his state, Andrew Cuomo. He's done a terrible job. 11,000 people died in a nursing home. He could have put them in the convention center that I built. We opened up 2,800 beds. We moved the big hospital ship. It was empty. He could have put them there. He put them back in, infected people back in with our elderly population, knowing that our elderly population is susceptible. Andrew Cuomo, he killed thousands and thousands of people. He's probably listened to his brother Fredo. You know Fredo? Fredo. Now it's a shame. And you know, it's just a shame. But I saw him, he was knocking the vaccine. If the vaccine comes out during the Trump administration, we're not going to use it. It's nothing to do with me. It's Johnson & Johnson, it's Pfizer, it's Moderna. These are the greatest companies in the world. It has nothing to do with me. We need a vaccine, and when it's ready, it should come out. Already, it could, in my opinion, except for politics, they just don't want it to come out before the election. But you know what? I'm the one that did it. This thing wouldn't be here for 2 years, and they're ready to come. But it's a shame. It's a shame when you try and demean something so important for politics. It's a shame. But they'd like to postpone the vaccine, prolong the pandemic, close your schools, shut down your country. We're not doing it. By the way, you have a great governor, the way he did it. You have a great governor. He's here someplace. We're going to introduce him. Where the hell is the governor? Where's that guy? Don't get up yet. I'll introduce you. You'll have your chance. Don't get too much sunburn. The governor didn't tell me it was going to be this hot out here. Does anybody have a little sunblock? I'd love to use it right now. I'm always preaching to my kids, sunblock, sunblock, and here I am like an idiot, but that's okay. He'll massively raise your taxes, Biden. He's going to raise your taxes. First time I've ever heard of a politician. He's running on raising taxes. That's how crazy the world has become. All my life I see politicians, they want to cut your taxes. We're going to cut your taxes. The other guy says, we're going to cut it more. Well, this is an easy one for me then, because we gave you the greatest, biggest tax cut in history. And he's going to give you the biggest tax cut in reverse, because what he's going to end ours, but he's going to give you the biggest tax increase in the history of our country. Now think of it. Who the hell can win with that platform? And if you listen to these people, this election is tied. We're 3 points up in your state, but I don't know. I think, how can you be 3 points up when we have crowds like this and nobody shows up? 3 points. 3 points. No, so we're cutting your taxes. He's increasing your taxes. Just those two things. Isn't that sort of the end of the election? Now, we can make the case, something's good. It will destroy your 401ks. It will destroy the stock market, which is ready to reach new historic. Can you imagine rounding the turn on the pandemic, and we have the highest stock market we've ever had? Think of this. And some of our numbers are higher than they were. Housing and different things. Some of our numbers are higher than they were even before the pandemic. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You know why? Because we built such a strong foundation. If we didn't have that strong foundation, this would be a disaster. He wants to bury you in regulations, outsource your jobs, dismantle your police departments, dissolve our borders. He doesn't want borders. The wall, by the way, is almost finished, and you have the strongest southern border you've ever had. He wants to confiscate your guns, get rid of your Second Amendment. He wants to ban American energy, no fracking. How about that? For a year and a half, he says no fracking. Then he goes to Pennsylvania. We have 1 million jobs. The state is dependent on it. And all of a sudden he says, well, I guess we can frack. And the press doesn't call him because they are more corrupt than Biden himself. They want to wipe out your private health care plans. A lot of people have 180 million people have private health care, and they love it. They're so happy, and it's all going to disappear. You will be able to go to your local hospital ward and stand in line for 6 weeks when you have a cold or when you have something worse. This is what's going to happen. He wants to terminate your religious liberty, destroy the suburbs. They're not destroying. We ended the regulation. I ended it. You know that? Women of the suburbs, please raise your hands. Okay, look at it. Look at that crowd. So women of the suburbs, look, here's the story. Women of the suburbs. The fake news has been saying the women of the suburbs. They said this last time too. Women don't like Trump. And then they saw 52% voted for Trump, right? I said, why don't they like me? They don't like me. They couldn't give. And then after we won, they said women came out for Trump. What happened? Women. I like women. I like women. So anyway, no, but listen, here's the story. They said suburban women. I used to call them suburban housewives. I got killed all the time. I said, I better go politically correct. And I'll bet there's not, is there one woman here that minds being called, if you're married at least, a suburban housewife? The only one, she wants to be called, she said called. No, the only one that mind are those characters, a lot of people up there. The press, right? That's the only one. The rest of them don't. But you know what? In keeping with our modern era and being politically correct, so the women in the suburbs. So you have a regulation now that's a disaster. It allows low-income housing to be built right next to your American dream. What ultimately it means is crime will come pouring. And you know what? These Antifa people and the radical left, and it is the radical left. It is the radical left. The radical left, the next place they want to hit are the suburbs. They say it all over, right? And what I did with the regulation, my people came, and he's great, Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson. He's great. But Ben came to me, sir, I said, I want to get rid of that regulation. It's a horrible regulation, getting worse all the time. And I've watched it for years. You've all watched it, right? Where they destroy these incredible communities. And Ben said, well, we can really bring it down and make it much more palatable. I said, no, Ben, you know what? That's going to be more controversial. Terminate it. He said, yes, sir, we terminated it. You have no more regulation. Now, if sleepy, crazy, crooked Joe gets in, I don't know, he shouldn't be allowed to run, frankly. If that were me, they wouldn't allow me to run. If that were me. Can you imagine if Don Jr. had the problems of Where's Hunter? Right? Don Jr. Oh, my poor boy. Boy, what that boy's been through. What that guy's been through. I don't know, Ivanka's different. She sort of floats through life. You know, she's pretty amazing, I tell you. She's pretty amazing. And Eric has been great. But what, they went after my kids, and I restrict them from doing things. I mean, can you imagine the money my kids could be? Dad, let's build a hotel in Saudi Arabia. I restricted them. I said, you can't do anything. Let's go build a couple of hotels in name any place in the world, we'll have them, right? And you know all the money that Biden's raising? He did $350 million. I would be, Doug, the greatest I'd make Doug look like a bad fundraiser. I would be the greatest fundraiser in history. All I have to do is call up the head of every Wall Street firm, head of every major company, head of every major energy company. Do me a favor, send me $10 million for my campaign. Yes, sir. They say the only thing is, why didn't you ask for more, sir? I would take in more money, but you know what? I don't want to do that. Because if I do that, I'm totally compromised. Because when they call me, you know, you're a loyal person, and what happens is, hey, you know, you'll do things that are a lot more money. So when the press says, and we're raising a lot of money, we're raising a lot of small money, a lot of 61, 62, you know, no Republicans ever done that. But when I start calling, I would be the greatest fundraiser in history. Don't forget, I'm not bad at that stuff anyway, and I'm president. So I call some guy, the head of Exxon. I call the head of Exxon. I don't know, but, you know, I'll use a couple. Hi, how you doing? How's energy coming? When are you doing the exploration? Oh, you need a couple of permits, huh? Okay. But I call the head of Exxon. I say, you know, I'd love to send me $25 million for the campaign. Absolutely, sir. Why didn't you ask? Would you like some more? And if I make the call, now people make the call, it's different, you know, but if I made the call, I will hit a home run every single call. I would raise $1 billion in one day if I wanted to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I put in a lot of money when I ran originally. I put in a lot of money into this campaign, you know, my primary campaign. And I never thought it was appreciated. They'd never give me credit for it. But I gave up my salary. You know, I gave up. So the president's paid. No, but nobody ever talks about it. You know, every month there's sleaze, because they're sleaze, most of them. Not all of them. That guy's a good guy. But you do have a couple of good guys, but not many. But every month they call, and has the president given up his check? I don't have to, you know. I'm the only president, they say, maybe I'm wrong, they'll say, you know, 100 years ago somebody else did. I'm the only president that did not accept a salary, which surprised me. You know, it's 450,000. The only reason I mention it is they never talk about it. They never talk about it. But what they do is they call up every month. Did he give up his check? And Kaylee, where's Kaylee? Is she here? Where's Kaylee, our great Kaylee? Where's Kaylee? Kaylee! She's around. Whoa! Kaylee, come here, Kaylee. Wait. So she just recovered from COVID. Can you believe it? Stay away from me, Kaylee. No, Kaylee. Is it true? They call all the time. Did he give up his check, his salary check? And she's always like, okay, they never write about that. If I ever didn't give it up, it would be headlines. Trump refused. These people are the worst. But is that true, Kaylee? Say a couple of words.
That is absolutely true, Mr. President. And let me tell you this, guys. With your help, we can beat social media. We can beat the media because we have the greatest fighter in the history of this country in President Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. She's so great. She is so great. I didn't know she'd be that good. That was good. Sometimes they get people up and they bomb, they bomb. She's married to a professional Major League Baseball player. He got lucky. Thanks, Kaylee. But it's true. It's true. But I'd be the greatest fundraiser of all time. For the last 47 years, Sleepy Joe Biden shipped away your jobs, shut down your factories, threw open your borders, and ravaged our cities while sacrificing American blood and treasure in these ridiculous, endless foreign wars of countries that you've never even heard about, right? You never even heard their name. So sad. They're all coming back, you know that. Joe Biden is a servant of the globalists and the lobbyists and the wealthy donors, the people that I could be calling, oh, would I have fun? I would have fun. I'd like to call, maybe I should call and put the money in escrow and just give it back to them. And the Washington vultures who got rich bleeding America dry. That's what happened, including Big Pharma. In 2016, you voted to fire this corrupt and decrepit political establishment, and you elected an outsider as president who is finally putting America first. It's about time. %. Did you see this? We're in a pandemic, okay? Because of China. We're in a pandemic. A poll just came out, Gallup. 56% of the American people in this brand new poll just came out, Gallup poll, say they are better off today than they were 4 years ago under Obama-Biden administration. And it's a record number. Will you do me a favor, just one favor today? Will you please go out and elect Martha? Stand up, Martha. Great pilot. When we came in low with the helicopter, she said, I wish she could have been 200 feet lower. I said that we would only had 10 feet clearance. She said, I don't care. She was a great pilot. The Warthog she flew. The Warthog's an incredible plane, actually. Get her elected, will you please? I don't want to waste. We don't want to waste a lot of time, Martha. Get her elected, okay? Please. That other guy, he's bad news. I mean, he's good if you don't like... Does anybody not like your Second Amendment here? Because he will vote to get rid of your Second Amendment. You know that, you know? I mean, I know the whole thing of the history, and it's a sad deal, and all of that stuff. But he's a radical leftist, and he's going to vote to take away your guns. And somehow, Arizona and no guns don't seem to match up very well. He's going to take away, and I'm much more blunt, I think, than Martha. She's a nicer person than I am. I say it very directly. He's going to vote to take away your guns. Now, I don't know that he'll be successful, because hopefully he's going to have to go through me. But what the hell do we need that there for? She will be a great senator, and she has been a great senator. And, you know, she was appointed by Doug, and Doug is one of the best governors in the country. And he didn't close you down and you couldn't breathe like in Michigan. You know, the Supreme Court overruled her in Michigan. And you know, part of the problem she had, the only one that had his freedom was her husband. He was allowed to go swimming, fishing, boating. Everybody else is on shore, and they see this guy boating. And who was it? It was the husband of the governor of Michigan. That didn't help their case, by the way. But no, I mean, the people in Michigan, I love them. We're leading in the polls in Michigan. But think of it. You know why? Because we have many car plants. They didn't have a car plant opening in 42 years. And then I came along. Now they got so many of them, they don't know what the hell to do. We'll send some to Arizona, okay? And you already have them opening up in Arizona. No, but you know, they got to open up the states. They got to let the kids go back to school. Barron Trump had it, all these young guys. Barron Trump had it. He's very, you know, he's 14, and he's very tall. He is very tall. But Barron had it, and the doctor said, our first lady had it, I had it, Barron had it. Sir, Barron tested positive. I said, oh, wow. How's he going to do? Very good, sir. No problem. I said, good. Like 14 minutes later, how's Barron doing? How's he doing, Doc? How's my boy doing? Sir, he's cured. How did that happen? You know? It took about 12 seconds. How's Barron doing, Doc? I want to make sure my Barron's okay. Sir, he's fine. Well, what do you mean he's fine? No, he's all 100%. Can you believe it? Because I hate to admit it, all of us people that are slightly older, their immune system is strong, very strong. So Barron had it. It came. It went. He's immune. You know, that's the way it is. Oh, those kids. I looked at Barron like he was Superman. I said, Barron, you're my man. I said, how you feeling? He didn't even know what I was talking about, actually. Joe Biden is always and has been a corrupt politician. And as far as I'm concerned, the Biden family is a criminal enterprise. If you read this laptop, I tell you what, this is called the laptop from hell. The only laptop that was almost as good, maybe worse, was the laptop of Anthony Weiner. You remember that? Ding, 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 ding. He got hacked too, just like Scully got hacked. Remember he said he got hacked? He was sending messages to very, very young women. Girls. He was sending messages, a lot of them. And he got hacked. They always say they got hacked. Scully got hacked, right? Scully. He was a never-Trumper. He got hacked. You know, I've never known a person that said he got hacked that got hacked. Nobody gets hacked. To get hacked, you need somebody with 197 IQ, and he needs about 15% of your password, right? It doesn't happen. So Scully got hacked. And now on Thursday, I go up another real great one. Another great one. Kristen Welker. She's a radical Democrat. Look at them, they're getting angry. She's a radical Democrat. She deleted her entire account. Everything is deleted. But I've known her. She's been screaming questions at me for a long time. And she's no good. But I figure, what the hell? She asked you a question. How did I do the other night against one that was worse? She was worse, Savannah. So I had Savannah Guthrie the other night. She was like a crazed lunatic. She was literally rising out of her chair as she's screaming questions. And how about that great woman behind me? She kept going. I love her. I don't know too much. I met her right after. She's great. But I tell you, she was definitely a Trump person. They made a big mistake. You know, the mistake they made was they forgot to check the audience. The audience was great. And how about the woman that came up and said, I love your smile. I love your smile. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. You're so handsome when you smile. I love your smile. Sir, could I ask you? And she was so nice. And then what happened is NBC, which is the worst. That's Comcast. I call it Con, C-O-N, because they're con. You know, they spend a fortune in public relations, and I talk about them. Wipes out their whole year of public relations. Con, they're Concast. They're dishonest people, okay? Totally dishonest. So she said, really, I mean, look, this woman liked me. I know when somebody likes me. I know when they don't like me. It's very quick. It takes me like a fraction of a second. I love your smile, sir. You're so handsome. When you smile, you're so... Could I ask you... Okay. Okay, ready? Now they grab her. They said, this is not working out well. So they grab her, and I did, you know, I was long gone. And they interview her after. I do not like him. I do not... They told her, you can't do that. You got to say bad things. I have no doubt, because I watched her interviewed afterwards. She hated my guts. She was going like, I don't like her. I'm going to vote for Biden. Why? Because he's a genius? No. Why are you voting for him? I have no idea. So that's what happens. We're dealing with a corrupt, crooked media. Just remember that. And I'm glad I came along, because there's no other human being on earth other than maybe Doug Ducey that could have handled the crap that I've had to handle. I'll tell you what. Every other person, even a tough person, would have been in a corner long ago with his thumb in his mouth saying, Mommy, Mommy, take me home, right? They would have said, Mommy, please, I can't take it. But me, I viewed it as a challenge. And what it really is we're exposing some real garbage. And you know, these tech companies are very dangerous because they refuse to allow even the New York Post, which deserves tremendous credit. They caught Biden in a scandal, the likes of which we haven't seen. I say the second worst in the history of our country. The first worst was when they spied on the President of the United States and tried to take him down. And they spied and they got caught. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. That's to me the worst. This is the second, but this could be leading into the first. I mean, you know, this is a grave, grave problem. But you're lucky I'm your president. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. I always tell our great First Lady, darling, you're so lucky I took you on this wonderful journey as we get hammered by these fake people. We get hammered every day, and I say, darling, you're so lucky I took you on this journey. But they do love Michelle Obama. They love her. They love her. They love Michelle. You know, did you hear the new one? They came up to me, sir, I have bad news. What? President Obama is going to start campaigning for Sleepy Joe. I said, is that good or bad news? Because don't forget, he campaigned for Hillary harder than Hillary did, right? He said, he will not get the nomination. I got the nomination. He actually said, he will not run. I ran. He will not get the nomination. Got the nomination. He will not be your president. I became the president. Right? Ducey thought I was going to win. Anyway, no, he's going to... You know, the funny thing about Obama, look, they worked together for a long time. Like I work with Mike Pence. They worked together for a long time. And he tried to talk him out of it because he knows he's not mentally fit to be president. We can't play games. You know, we can be nice and say, oh, he's wonderful. He's not wonderful. You know, 2 days ago he said, it is my really great honor to be running as a Democrat for the United States Senate. And he meant it. With me, I'd be joking maybe, and they'd say, oh, the guy meant it. That's about the third time he said that, too. That's a little bit scary. See, that's not like something that, you know, you pronounce a word wrong or something. That's serious problems. And when he says that, like, it's great to be with you people today in the great state of Ohio. And they say, you're in Arizona. Oh, I meant Arizona. I love the people of Arizona. You know, I always say he's done that 8 times now, where he said, I've never done it. I've never done it. When I do, perhaps it's time to retire. You know, if you do that, it's disqualifying because it's so bad. Like, you could be, Winston Churchill was a great, great speaker. You could do that. So we're in Arizona, and if I said, I love the people of Ohio, and it's great to be with you today, right? The worst was when I think he said he was in Palm Beach, and you have palm trees. And he said, it's great to be with the people of Iowa, right? Right? There's something wrong here. Something going on, right? But he said just 3 times recently, but the last 2 days ago, that he's running for the U.S. Senate. And I'm actually happy he's running for this because, hey, look, he's the worst presidential pick in the history of presidential politics, I think. And I say this, and they always take that one little section. Have you seen how dishonest they are? They'll take that one little section. I say, if I lose to him, it'll be a disgrace. So they don't put the first part in. They don't put the end in. They just, President Trump thinks he's going to lose because they take that one little section. So I have to be very, very careful the way, because they're so corrupt and so dishonest. But it is true. He's probably the worst in the history of presidential politics. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. This man should not be your president. Number 1, he's corrupt. Number 2, he's not a smart man, never was. Number 3, he's seen better days. So, are you ready to, isn't this better than reading the stupid teleprompter? So if I don't sound like a typical Washington politician, it's because I'm not a politician. If I don't always play by the rules of the Washington establishment, it's because I was elected to fight for you harder than any president has ever fought before. We're not going to lose our nation to socialist communists. We're not going to be losing our nation to Kamala, who's further left than Bernie. I'd rather have Bernie than Kamala. And you'll have a woman president someday, but it's not going to be Kamala. You don't want that as your first woman. You don't want Kamala. Furthest left, and she treated Biden so badly. There was nobody that treated, and her poll number, she was tanked. She left. I don't know. That's the kind of thinking you've got. That's the kind of thinking you're supposed to be voting for, I guess. Huh? I'm fighting so hard because I love my country so much, and because I'm determined to ensure that the forgotten men and women of this country are never forgotten again. That happened. So we're joined by a great group of warriors, and I really would love just to come up for a second. You do have a great governor and a great friend of mine, Doug Ducey. Come on up, Doug. And Senator Martha McSally. Come on up. Say a couple of words.
Donald Trump will win the state of Arizona. Donald Trump will be returned to the White House. And on November 3rd, Martha McSally will join him in the United States Senate. And they will give us conservative judges on the Supreme Court. They will support the cause of life, and they will confirm Amy Coney Barrett. Joe Biden is wrong for America. Joe Biden would pack the Supreme Court. Joe Biden would make Washington, D.C. a state. Joe Biden's got to be sent back to the basement on November 3rd. And on November 3rd, we will return Donald J. Trump and Mike Pence as President and Vice President of the United States back to the White House.
Thank you so much. Welcome back to Arizona, President Trump. Let's give it up for the president. Arizona, you know we have a choice. People are voting right now. We have a choice. We are on the verge of a great American comeback, and it's going to be greater because we're bringing jobs home from China with President Trump. We're going to make sure we support our men and women in blue and our Border Patrol. We keep America strong and safe. And you know that other choice is with Joe Biden and my opponent, Mark Kelly, who would be Chuck Schumer's 51st vote to ram through their radical agenda, to pack the courts, to open our borders, to pass the Green Bad Deal, tax increases, taking away our Second Amendment. You know that Arizona's not going to let that happen. And you know, in my race, it's not just whether you like a fighter pilot or an astronaut. And I know you guys like a fighter pilot. Mark Kelly brought a China communist banner to space with him and flew the Chinese flag on his motorcycle. I fly the American flag. Mark Kelly's spokesman called police officers worthless effing pigs. And he still works for him. I backed the blue. I got the blue with President Trump. Mark Kelly's organization, you know, the radical gun-grabbing organization, they gave California an A grade for their gun control policies. And they gave Arizona an F. I got an idea. Why don't we give Mark Kelly an F and tell him to go run in California if he likes him so much? And Mark Kelly said that he would not vote for Amy Coney Barrett. I'm flying on Air Force One tonight with President Trump back to D.C., and we're not leaving until we put Judge Barrett on the bench. Arizonans, we're ground zero. The country is relying on us. This state will decide to send President Trump back for 4 more years. This state will decide the Senate majority in stopping the radical left in my race. This state will save the Supreme Court and save the country. President Trump and the country is relying on us. Let's win in November. God bless you. Let's bring it back home.
Thank you. Look at that crowd. I wish these people would. Hey, can you put the cameras back there, please? Will you turn one of your cameras back? As far as the eye can see, it's people. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They never do it. You know, they never turn the camera. I used to think they couldn't, you know, physically it was like stuck. They couldn't do it. But they can, because whenever there's a little problem, that thing goes like a pretzel. It's unbelievable. But they never want to show these crowds. They never want to do it because they're fake. Listen, we have a congressman who's a friend of mine, who's a warrior, Paul Gosar. Where's Paul? Where's Paul? Thank you, Paul. A warrior. A warrior. And a friend of ours who's incredible. She's leading, from what I'm hearing, Tiffany. I hear she's leading. Congressional candidate Tiffany Shedd. Tiffany, you're leading in the poll. Wow, that's a long way. She's incredible. What a great career, and that you're doing this is so great. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany Shedd, get out and vote for her. And a friend of mine, somebody that was great, she would have been, if she didn't have 3, 4 people running at the same time, she would have been your senator. Hate to say it, she would have been your senator. A friend that's so loyal and strong, and a good person. Arizona GOP Chair Kelly Ward. She's worked so hard. She is some warrior and fighter, and just, they don't even understand it, okay? I don't even understand you sometimes, Kelly. You don't, she doesn't give up. How are we doing, Kelly? We're winning, yeah. Good, get out there. 15 days, Kelly. Everybody, don't sleep, don't go to bed, don't sleep, right? And Sergeant Jimmy Chavez of the National Troopers Coalition. Jimmy, where's Jimmy? Jimmy, thank you for everything, Jimmy. Thank you for everything. And I was recently honored to receive the coalition's endorsement, and I want to thank you. You're really amazing. Thank you, Jim. And a tough guy and a good guy. In addition, I was just named, I have to say this, Man of the Year by Law Enforcement's big magazine. It's called Blue Magazine. Man of the Year. I love law enforcement. So we're delighted to be joined by a legendary quarterback. I used to watch this guy. You know, he'd win with the brain as well as the body. Jim McMahon, two-time All-American at Brigham Young, and later a two-time Super Bowl champion. Where's Jim? Where is he? I love that guy. Look at him. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. I'll tell you, and I loved your coach, too. I loved Mike Ditka. And I love Singletary. You know, Singletary likes Trump. You know that, right? You think Singletary's tough enough? How was he tough enough? Look at him. He's all business. He's taking those pictures. That's him. Jim, you were a winner, man, and you are a winner. I mean it, too. And say hello to Ditka, and say hello to Singletary and all those guys. What a great team, right? I was a team of champions. You know, you win with the muscle, but you got to win with this, too. You got to win with this, too. We just gave out a presidential medal to a great fighter, Dan. Does everybody know our Dan? Right out of Iowa, huh? And how about Jim Jordan? Is he a great one? Jim Jordan, right? He was a great wrestler. We have so many people that are behind us. Anyway, great to be with you, Jim. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it. Dan Gable, everybody. You know Dan Gable? Did you ever hear of Dan Gable? Hey, Jim, he was 182 wins and 1 loss. He won everything. And he was an unbelievable coach at Iowa, Dan Gable. And then, think of it, a career, 182 and 1. In fact, I asked who was the one. I guess he was pretty good. But he ended up beating him in the Olympics. And then he went to the Olympics, and he won the Olympic gold medal. Dan Gable, any wrestling person would know. And in Iowa, Dan Gable is like a legend, and he is all over the country and in the wrestling world, the greatest ever. And he goes to the Olympics, and he never lost a point. And in the final, he had to wrestle the Russian, who was supposed to be unbeatable, but he was supposed to be unbeatable too. And he beat the Russian and never allowed a point. He went through the entire schedule and never allowed 1 point. Think about that. And he won the Olympic gold medal. And Dan Gable is now getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He's coming to the White House. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jim. Under my administration, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. And now we're doing it again. You know, it's Make America Great Again, right? So now I go, Make America Great Again, again. Make it great again, again. And that's what we're doing. We're way ahead of schedule. In my first 3 years, we increased family income by over $6,000 more than 5 times the gain. Think of this, 5 times the gain. We were actually more than that, more than 5 times the gain in all 8 years under the last administration. 5 times the gain in a much shorter period of time. African American unemployment and Hispanic American unemployment and Asian American un-American employment, think of that, all reached the lowest levels in the history of our country. African American, Asian American, Hispanic American. We lifted 6.6 million Americans out of poverty, including more than 1.5 million Hispanic Americans who are liking Trump a lot. I like you too. I don't know if you see what's happening with Hispanic Americans. We are leading them in the polls. It's never happened before. I've always liked Hispanics, and they like me. This was not supposed to be happening, but I love the Hispanic Americans, and they're doing great. And by the way, they're great business people. Our policies are lifting up all Americans of every income. Since the China virus, we've created a record 11.4 million American jobs. Think of that. You know, they just announced, think of this, it sounds terrible in one way, but you were hearing numbers like 42% unemployment. You know, it's not anybody's fault except China. It came in, and you were hearing it could be 42, 38, whatever. So they just announced it, 7.8% unemployment. We're going to be back to where we were very soon. Unless you put a fool into office who's going to raise your taxes and put back all the regulations where every company's going to leave. Now think of it, doesn't 7.8, you know, one way I don't like to say it, because we're down to 3.4, 3.5, but 7.8, if you would have heard that 3, 4, 5 months ago, you would have said impossible. And we'll be back to the same number, and next year we'll be stronger than ever before. You watch. After the virus left China, we experienced the smallest contraction of any major Western country and the fastest recovery by far of any country. Think of that. As president, I've been delivering for the incredible Hispanic American community like never before. I'm fighting for school choice, for safe neighborhoods, for Hispanic-owned small businesses. I have a couple of them. Some of where my friends with the restaurant, oh, they're doing so well. They've made a lot of money, my restaurant. A couple of people didn't like that restaurant. I liked it, and now they have lines around the block. Joe Biden would obliterate everything Hispanic Americans have worked for, wiping out your small businesses with lockdowns and regulations, and devastating your families with massive tax hikes. He wants to give you the big, big, fat tax hikes. He will wage war on Catholic organizations, ban charter schools, bankrupt Catholic schools. We've already taken care of the funding for Catholic schools. Fund extreme late-term abortion and let socialists run wild in our country. And that's why we're going to win a record share of the Hispanic vote. There will never be a share of the Hispanic vote like this unless we decide to run again in 4 years and then another run and another. We invested $2.5 trillion in the U.S. military. We have the best equipment of any country in the world. We've upgraded our nuclear to a level that it's never even been close to. We have new rockets and missiles and ships and tanks. What we have is incredible. The F-35 fighter jet, the best in the world stealth. Tankers, new freighters. We have everything. $2.5 trillion all made in the USA. We are the envy of Russia. We are the envy of China. Nobody has the equipment. Even the hypersonic missiles that Obama messed up on. We have hypersonic missiles. They go 7 times faster than a normal missile. We have the best hypersonic in the world. You know, they stole our plans during the Obama administration. Another thing that happened. These are little things that happen that I won't tell anybody, okay? We also passed for our veterans VA choice and VA accountability. Everyone said that would have been impossible. And last year, American warriors killed the founder and leader of ISIS, al-Baghdadi. We killed al-Baghdadi, and we have a very special person with us today. Just days ago, my administration brought 2 depraved ISIS terrorists known as the Beatles from the United Kingdom. These were 2 bad ones. These are people I would have liked to give to Jim and his team to work over. Jim would have liked that, I think. Jim would have been very happy. To stand trial for killing of 4 American hostages, Peter Kasich, Stephen Sotloff, James Foley, and Kayla Mueller. As many of you know, Kayla came from right here in Prescott, Arizona. Beautiful, beautiful girl. And we're deeply moved, and she's been thought of all the time. Her family, as you know, her mother and father came and they spoke beautifully at the Republican National Convention. But we're deeply moved to be joined by her incredible and loving family, her dad, Carl, her mom, Marcia, and the entire family. We will hold Kayla's precious memory in our hearts forever. Just special. Please stand, please. 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 You look younger since I last saw you, you know? Look at you, look very good. I want to thank you very much. What an incredible story. And you said if we were here earlier instead of Obama, she would have been with us today. She would have been with us today. And that's true. That's true. They could have done that. They didn't do it. They just talk. They talk all the time. They don't do it. I want to thank you very much. Incredible. Her memory will never, ever be forgotten, right? And what a story it is. What a vicious story. What a horrible story. But he's dead. We also took out, they've been looking for him for many years. He was the founder of ISIS, and he was rebuilding it because we obliterated the ISIS. 100% of the ISIS caliphate, and he was looking to build it again, and we got him. And you know, the guys that got him, a story that not a lot of people know, I think it was Kayla's birth date, right? They used the birth date as the number, and they talked that number, that specific number. That was their code name for taking out this horrible al-Baghdadi, right? Great honor. They don't do that often. They don't do that often, but they used her birth date, and then they took him out. They didn't play games, and a dog on that one became more famous than I did, and that's good. That dog was a hell of a dog and still is. We also took out the mass murder of American troops and a lot of other people and a lot of other troops. Soleimani is dead. Soleimani, another one. And I withdrew from the last administration's disastrous Iran nuclear deal. I recognized the true capital of Israel and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. Every president talked about that for decades and decades, and then they got to be president and they never did a damn thing about it. I did it. I got it done. I even got it built for a tiny fraction of the cost. You know that story. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. For 52 years they were talking. I got it done in about 2 hours. And instead of endless war in the Middle East, we're forging peace in the Middle East. Nations are joining one after another. The fact is, I did more in 47 months than Sleepy Joe Biden did in 47 years, except what he did for himself. A vote for Republican is a vote for safe communities, great jobs, and a limitless future for all Americans. And this is such an important state. If we win this state, we win it all. This is such an important state. And I happen to love this state. So in conclusion, over the next 4 years, we will make America into the manufacturing superpower of the world, and we will end our reliance on China once and for all. It's already started. We will hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and we will ban deadly sanctuary cities. We will uphold religious liberty, free speech, and the right to keep and bear arms. Second Amendment. We will strike down terrorists who threaten our citizens, and we will keep America out of endless foreign wars. They're coming home. They're all coming home. We will maintain America's unrivaled military might, and we will ensure peace through strength, and that's what we have. We will end surprise medical billing, require price transparency, which is even more important, you will find, than health care, and it's already signed. I did it. Goes into effect on January 1st. I said, couldn't you have made it like a little back further? They said, statutorily, sir. But it's already signed and done. Nobody can believe it. Further reduce the cost of prescription drugs. Favored nations, the drug companies don't like me too much. And we will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to land an astronaut on Mars, and it's happening quickly. And we now, again, with NASA, have by far the preeminent space center anywhere in the world, not even close, and it was closed. It was dead. We will stop the radical indoctrination of our students and restore patriotic education to our schools. We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. We will live by the timeless words of our national motto, "In God we trust." For years, you had a president who apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America and standing up for the great people of Arizona. So get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, get your coworkers, get your boss. Get out and vote. Get out there right away, right now. From Phoenix to Flagstaff, from Tombstone to Prescott, from Mesa to Yuma to Red Rock and Sedona and all over the place. This is so beautiful. How good is this place, huh? You got the most beautiful Sedona. We stand on the shoulders of red-blooded American patriots who poured out their heart, sweat, and soul for our liberty and our freedom. This great state was settled by some of the toughest men and strongest women ever to walk on the earth. Jim, are you from here originally? Because you're tough. You're so tough. You close enough. He's close enough. He's so tough. Arizona is where Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday became American legends. Wyatt Earp, right? That's a good one. That's a good one to have. It's where the great American West became the American dream. And Arizona is the state where generations of pioneers and prospectors and miners and ranchers, cowboys and cattle hands, marshals and lawmen tamed the frontier, braved the blazing sun like I'm doing right now. I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to pay for this. See, I'm giving you the full show. I could have left here a half an hour ago. I'm giving you, I said to hell with it. When you see me tomorrow and I look like a lobster, remember you did it. And showed the entire world how the West was won. They helped make America into the greatest nation in the history of the world, and the best is yet to come. It's coming. Proud citizens like you help build this country, and together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. With your help, your devotion, and your drive, we are going to keep on working. We are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together with the incredible people of Arizona, we have made America powerful again. We have made America wealthy again. We have made America strong again. We have made America proud again. We have made America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Arizona. Get out and vote.
President of the United States in Prescott, Arizona, heading now to Tucson, Arizona. We've got two crews covering the president today in the great state of Arizona. We are going to be live from Tucson in just a few moments. Right now, we're going to wrap up with our correspondents,